What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 5 Tai Chapter 116 The Invincible Celestial Dragons. Advertisement. As the sun sets, the red clouds reflect the sun. At the same time, above the void, the light of the monument suddenly soared. The much-anticipated beauty ranking ushered in the announcement of her new round of rankings. A puff of blue light exploded from the surface of the steel, like a bright moon shining brightly, illuminating the entire world. Boom, boom, boom. At this moment, bronze monuments overflowed, and under the starry sky, electric lights intertwined, like electric snakes flying. In an instant, several large characters exuding the light of gold slowly appeared from bottom to top. Nautical Gold List, Beauty List. Nautical Gold List Beauty Ranking, 16th place. Pudding, the 35th daughter of the Charlotte family, one of the members of the Big Mom Pirates. Nautical Gold List Beauty Ranking, 15th place. Makino, proprietress of the banquet bar in East Blue Windmill Village. Nautical Gold List Beauty Ranking, 14th place. Perona, former cadre of 7 warlords of the Sea Gecko Moria. When ranking on the beauty list, the people who eat melons cast their fiery eyes one after another. What? Makino? Who is Makino? Why haven't I heard of it? Could it be that she is the woman behind the big pirate? I think it's better for you to be more honest. You didn't read her profile, the proprietress of the banquet bar in East Blue Windmill Village. You read that right, she is the proprietress of the bar. The bar is the most chaotic place. A man who can open a bar is definitely not a common man. Hey, I want to tell you this. The red-haired Shanks, one of the 4 emperors, seems to be staying in the windmill village of East Blue. You just lost an arm. No, isn't that an exaggeration? Don't scare me. Pirates must drink when they enter the island, and Windmill Village is not a big town. There must be only one bar inside. Think about it, if you connect the certificates together, it will make some sense. What? Is your news true? Red-haired Shanks, one of the 4 emperors, at Windmill Island, East Blue, by the bar lady. That is the arm that was chopped off by Makino, the 15th beauty in Wood Expulsion. Advertisement, damn it. You think the nautical industry is just kidding around, right? Simo can cut off a woman's arm? Are you afraid of being beaten by others when you speak out? My god. I'm crazy, I'm going crazy, isn't it just an entertainment ranking? How can such troublesome things be involved? Sabaody Archipelago, a thriving port. There are many pirate ships and passing commercial ships. Looking around, this is still one of the islands with the most concentration of merchants. Walking on the street, you can always see pedestrians walking through the street with light steps. There are green trees everywhere, and there is a prosperous atmosphere everywhere, which looks very lively. I haven't been here for a long time, but this place has changed a lot, and it's not bad. Hancock took Mo Xiaobai's hand and walked on the bustling streets of Sabaody Archipelago. At this moment, a woman wearing an air hood rushed towards Mo Xiaobai and the others directly. Behind him, dozens of men in black suits followed with great pomp. Not only that, but he was holding an ordinary iron chain in his hand, and on the other end of the iron chain was a middle-aged man with a wild appearance but a dull expression. Go away, you lowly inferior people. Seeing them approaching, the people around immediately turned pale. Then he quickly knelt down on the ground, his head pressed tightly against the ground, and his body was trembling slightly. Mo Xiaobai felt that the moment Hancock saw this scene, his hands could not help but force hard. Celestial dragons. At the same time, Hancock spat out their identities fiercely. Hancock clenched his fists, gritted his teeth and watched the celestial dragons approaching. Especially seeing her rebellious look holding the chain. She couldn't help but burst into anger. Once upon a time, she was also tortured by Kailong people. In fact, Mo Xiaobai has spent 10 years in the Sabaody Islands, and it is certainly not the first time he has seen celestial dragons. He hadn't really looked at them before. This time, also because of Hancock's reaction, he also casually looked directly at the celestial dragons. Randomly looked at it. Lie down, advertisement. What they describe is not wrong at all. No, it's because they describe it too politely. Mud horse. With this crooked melon and split date, can it still be on the gold list of navigation? God. You must have been blinded by feces. Mo Xiaobai felt a little unhappy in his heart. This is also the first time he has questioned the ranking of the navigation gold list. Damn it. You lowly man, why didn't you kneel down when you saw me? Without waiting for Mo Xiaobai to get mad, Sha Lulia Palace was the first to scold Mo Xiaobai and the others. Heard the words. Mo Xiaobai frowned slightly, and his expression instantly became a little displeased. This mud horse, Marine Marshal Sengoku, really didn't even the 4 emperors dare to do this when they saw him. Hey. Even, several well-meaning people quickly reminded Mo Xiaobai that they should kneel down. Otherwise, when the time comes, you will be killed. Seeing this scene, those kneeling people around looked at Mo Xiaoyuzenren with expressions of disbelief. Qin Zhao. It's too late, Mo Xiaobai, I didn't expect to be scolded by trash. Make him kneel. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you for your work. First update. Ever since the announcement of the beauty rankings, this Shalulia Palace has punished them every time it sees beautiful girls from years ago. I advise you to hurry up and kneel down. Wait until the celestial dragons approach, it will be too late. Ah, what a pity, such a beautiful doll. My little brother, when we see celestial dragons, all of us must bow down and show our respect. Yeah. Get down on your knees, they're celestial dragons. Seeing that celestial dragons walking straight towards them, those kneeling people sighed helplessly. The bruises and swollen faces were all small, and even a few young girls were disfigured by her on the spot. Mo Xiaobai, with fixed eyes, walked directly towards the celestial dragons who were approaching furiously. In their view, Mo Xiaobai and the others dared to be so disrespectful to the celestial dragons, and they were bound to die. Chapter 117 Killing Celestial Dragons. Advertisement, huh? You didn't even kneel when you saw me, and dared to look directly at us. Sha Lulia Palace, with a somewhat angry expression, pointed at Mo Xiaobai and the others angrily said. From the time he could remember, she had never met an inferior person who dared to see them not kneeling. You mean scumbag? Teach them a lesson, remember not to kill them, I will kill them myself. Sha Lulia Palace glanced at Mo Xiaobai and the others nonchalantly and said. As soon as the voice fell, several bodyguards in black suits behind her attacked Mo Xiaobai and the others. However, in the next second, a scene that shocked everyone present happened. Boom! In the blink of an eye, those bodyguards in black suits all flew upside down and hit the surrounding buildings fiercely. The inferior people who killed you, you dare to fight back. Seeing this scene, Shalulia Palace instantly burst into anger. Then she raised the gun in her hand and pulled the trigger without hesitation. Bang! A gunshot echoed over the area. The people kneeling on the ground were suddenly startled. Their eyes were full of fear, and they trembled, feeling this scene happening. Their eyes were full of despair. At 2H at carat at plus, but they dare not look up. In their impression of 030, celestial dragons killing people in the street is a common thing. Hey, it's a pity, why didn't these people listen to my advice? Many people shook their heads regretfully, offending celestial dragons. The end is definitely a dead end. Just when everyone present thought that Mo Xiaobai and the others had been shot dead. I saw that Mo Xiaobai's face was gloomy. Walking towards them slowly, every step he took, a crack would appear under his feet. Damn it. How dare you resist, you lowly man? You are all going to die, and I want you all to die with me. Seeing that his shot had completely missed, Sha Lulia yelled at Mo Xiaobai and the others angrily. However, the next moment, the expression on her face froze for a second. In an instant, he felt as if he was being followed by a devil. The whole person fell into endless darkness. Advertisement. There are pairs of red eyes staring at him around him. Ah! Help me! Help me! Sha Lulia Palace sat down on the ground in horror, crawling to get away from those eyes. However, at this moment, under the seriousness of other people, Sha Lulia Palace looked like she was possessed by an evil spirit, dancing and talking to herself alone. Constantly crawling around on the ground. Still shouting in his mouth. Help me, don't kill me, please don't kill me. The next moment, Mo Xiaobai had already walked to Sha Lulia Palace. Feel someone approaching. Sha Lulia Palace grabbed Mo Xiaobai one by one and said. The expression on his face changed from horror to fierceness. Damn inferior, I order you to get me out of here quickly. Until now, Sha Lulia Gong still didn't realize that she was now on the brink of death. Damn you. Mo Xiaobai's tone was flat, but it revealed a killing intent. As the words fell, Mo Xiaobai slowly clenched his fists. I saw that Sha Lulia Palace seemed to be strangled by someone. His hands kept moving his neck. Boom, there was a muffled sound. Everyone present was astonished and speechless. There is no shadow of Shalulia Palace in the field. Her figure has long since disappeared. In this way, she was pinched into a blood mist by Mo Xiaobai under the watchful eyes of everyone. In the air, a disgusting smell of blood filled the air instantly. Many of the civilians kneeling on the ground have already started to vomit. When have they seen such a scene? Although, Shalulia Palace is not welcomed by them. But, after all, she is also a living person. Time passed by every minute and every second. After a few minutes, they came back to their senses, CEBH, and looked at Mo Xiaobai in disbelief. Compared to their shock, those followers of celestial dragons were completely stupefied. Advertisement, however, after the shock, the scene became chaotic in an instant. What? How dare he? In this world, is there anyone who dares to kill celestial dragons? And he did it so viciously that he was wiped out in ashes. It's over, all of us present will be buried with her. What happened at this moment was beyond his cognition. Aren't celestial dragons descendants of the great creator? Who the hell is this man? Who gave him the courage to kill them celestial dragons? As for the followers of Sha Lulia Palace, their whole bodies were shaking, and they slumped on the ground all of a sudden, and they were so scared that they peed. Those bodyguards in black suits were also stunned at this moment, feeling even more uneasy. The master died, and his death was miserable. If they don't take any measures, the wrath of the world government will directly sentence his death. Thinking of this, they all looked at Mo Xiaobai not far away with resentment on their faces. It was Mo Xiaobai who killed their hope. This one, they put all the responsibility on Mo Xiaobai. Hearing this, the group of bodyguards in suits looked at each other in blank dismay. The speed of the bullet was so fast that it appeared in front of Mo Xiaobai before the sound fell. In an instant, Mo Xiaobai's eyes revealed incomparable anger. Immediately, those bodyguards who were still hesitating gritted their teeth fiercely, raised the submachine guns in their hands. Why are you still standing there? Let's all go together. If we don't catch them, we will definitely die. Catch him, hand him over to the world government and we might still have a chance. In an instant, hundreds of bullets crazily shot towards Mo Xiaobai and the others. I don't want to die yet, the second more. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. However, it didn't take long before someone fired the first shot. He stared straight ahead. They shot in the direction of Mo Xiaobai and the others. In the next second, a transparent barrier appeared in the air in front of him. It can be seen from their expressions that they are struggling in their hearts at the moment. The bullets that rained down were all blocked by this layer of barrier. At this time, among them, there was a voice that didn't know whether they were dead or alive. Chapter 118 The Evil Generation. Advertisement. At this moment, Mo Xiaobai was a little annoyed. These are obviously common people, but all of them are willing to be lackeys of celestial dragons. Mo Xiaobai slapped them. The group of bodyguards were all blown away, and directly hit the building behind them. Boom. A loud bang. I saw the house they fell down, and the smoke and dust were everywhere. Just relying on their common people's bodies, they also knocked out the walls of the buildings, making big holes one after another. Everyone was shocked. Who is this boy? With a wave of hand, there is such a powerful force. How so? Why did things become like this? This has surpassed all their cognition. Hey, Buggy Hawkins, do you know who he is? At this time, a red-haired hedgehog with a dagger and a pistol on his chest, goggles on his head, and a dark red coat. The man said with an evil smile, "Eustace kid, you don't even know him. How backward is your information, ah blah blah." Before Hawkins could speak, a man with earphones and black glasses, with teeth like piano keys, spoke. His appearance is very strange, and his arm ratio is obviously uncoordinated, which is almost half higher than that of common people. This shows that he is a long-handed family person. Skulikman Apu. When will I ask you? Don't come out and interject if you have something to do. Eustace kid, the voice became a little fierce. He is not a master of trouble. The few people who are discussing are the 11 supernovas who were in full swing in the early days. Known as the Wicked Generation. Eustace kid is the super big pirate group with a bounty of 470 million berry. Hey, kid, where are you going? At this moment, Kid walked towards Mo Xiaobai with big strides. However, at this moment, Hawkins was shocked, and a flash of inspiration suddenly appeared in his mind. Advertisement, come on, don't you? Hawkins, who has always been calm, uttered a swear word for the first time at this time. When Hawkins yelled so suddenly, Skulikman Apu, who was on the side, was also frightened, and his whole body trembled. Hawkins, what are you doing in such a surprise? Scare me. He is the ruler of Tianfu Heavenly Kingdom, Mo Xiaobai. After Basil Hawkins recognized the young man in front of him as Mo Xiaobai, he stuttered a bit when he spoke. Hearing this, all the people present were frightened and stared at Mo Xiaobai's back in a daze. Heard, Hawkins' exclamation came from behind. It is said that Eustace kid, who has already stepped forward, stops in the air. The next moment, his expression was dull, and he stood in place. I don't know how to choose for a while. Back off now, he can't get rid of this face. If he kept going, maybe he would be slapped to death by Mo Xiaobai in an instant. He didn't have the confidence to take 2 slaps from Mo Xiaobai. The moment Hawkins called out Mo Xiaobai's name, up. The scene was quiet, and everyone looked at Mo Xiaobai in fear. The Divine Palace is a power above the world government by the Nautical Gold Wood expulsion. Mo Xiaobai himself topped the list 3 times, existence in legendary. That, straight man of steel, do you want to show your face, or what? Seeing Eustace kid, standing alone in the middle of the street, Mo Xiaobai said. Hearing Mo Xiaobai directly call out his name, Eustace kid, he was startled. Mo Xiaobai, immediately, Eustace kid showed a fierce expression, and called Mo Xiaobai's name directly. Not only is he cruel in personality, but he is also a person full of ideals and ambitions, and his personality is even more death than surrender. It seems that misfortune cannot be avoided. This is going to force Liang Shan. Hawkins, immediately, took out his own tarot cards for divination. Battle, 0% chance of victory. What? Seeing this probability, Hawkins stared. He couldn't believe that his alliance of 3 pirate groups had no chance of winning in front of Mo Xiaobai. Advertisement immediately, Hawkins made another calculation for himself, and this time he calculated that if a battle occurs, what are the chances of me surviving with a few of my own? Asking for flowers. He believes in tarot cards, but the most unlikely thing happened. According to the tarot cards, the probability of their survival is still 0%. How is this possible? Even if a few of us can't defeat him, the whole army won't be wiped out. It's impossible to have no chance of surviving. Hawkins stood there for a long time unable to recover. Eustace kid, stop, immediately. Hawkins no longer dared to delay, and shouted loudly. Swish swish swish. When Hawkins yelled, everyone present looked at him in unison, sorry for Mo Xiaobai and others. Feeling the strange eyes of the general, the corners of Hawkins' mouth twitched slightly. Grunt. Although expensive as a supernova, it is called the extremely evil generation. But they still couldn't help swallowing a mouthful of saliva in the face of Mo Xiaobai, who existed like a giant. Time passed by every minute and every second, and the scene at this moment was a bit terrifyingly quiet. However, the most helpless one is Eustace kid. He foolishly stood in the middle of the 2 parties. Now he can be said to be neither advancing nor retreating, not to mention how embarrassing it is. However, before both sides reacted, there was another commotion in the distance. The real master who caused the commotion appeared. Saw a snotty celestial dragons, they rushed towards the direction where they were. Seeing the appearance of the celestial dragons, Eustace Kid took a deep breath. These few minutes really felt like years to him. His guess was not wrong at all. Indeed, the appearance of celestial dragons instantly caught the attention of everyone present. Damn inferiors. Where's my sister? Not seeing his sister, Charles Ross was instantly annoyed. Raising the golden pistol in his hand, he shot aimlessly at the crowd watching. Chapter 119. It's over, advertisement boom. 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 Charles Ross, street, fired indiscriminately into the crowd. Ah, don't. The next moment, the whole street became chaotic in an instant. Eustace Kid also took advantage of the commotion to escape. Of course, this is based on the premise that Mo Xiaobai has no intention of doing anything to him at all. Today, Mo Xiaobai can be regarded as revisiting the old place, recalling some of the past. I didn't think about how to kill people, and the appearance of celestial dragons is also an accident. Killing the celestial dragons was just an insignificant episode for him today. However, everyone present at the next moment felt that today was the day when the end of the world would come. When Charles Ross Street pointed his gun at Mo Xiaobai, he had already declared his end. A gold bullet flew past Mo Xiaobai's eyes. 547. Mo Xiaobai raised his hand and waved towards the bullet. I saw that this bullet was firmly grasped in his hand. What follows is the moment when everyone despairs. Mo Xiaobai flicked his right hand, and Gold's bullet quickly flew towards Charles Ross. Crack. The sound of glass breaking hit the hearts of everyone present. There was only one bullet, which directly shattered the mask of St. Charles Ross. What's more, it whizzed past his ears, directly shooting off one of his ears. In an instant, blood gushed out from his ears. At this moment, St. Charles Ross actually felt a trace of fear. This is something that St. Charles Ross never dreamed of. Someone dared to kill him. Damn inferior people, I am the great celestial dragons, I am your master, you can't kill me. St. Charles Ross, with a runny nose and tears, begged for mercy loudly. Hancock, hasn't this been the one thing you've always wanted to do? You do it. Hearing this, Hancock was taken aback for a moment. She never thought that Mo Xiaobai would execute celestial dragons in public. Moreover, it seems that they are ants. At this moment, Hancock's hands trembled slightly. She is not afraid, but excited. Celestial dragons is the shadow of his childhood and even more his lingering scars. Advertisement, haha. You can't kill me, you dare not kill me. Celestial dragons, St. Charles Ross, saw Hancock's slightly trembling hands and thought she was afraid. Afraid that the world government will pay them off. Hancock felt sick when he saw the celestial dragons, and felt sick when he heard them talking. Not bothering to say anything more at the moment, Hancock picked up the celestial dragons, the golden pistol that Charles Ross had dropped on the ground. Without the slightest hesitation, he stared at Charles Ross's head and pulled the trigger directly. Boom. The sound of gunfire echoed over the entire receiving area. Blood splattered everywhere. The white brains shattered like tofu. Another celestial dragons died. It's over, the Holy Land, Marijoy, won't let it go. Mo Xiaobai, is he stupid or what? He unexpectedly killed 2 celestial dragons in front of so many people indifferently. Swish swish swish. Just when everyone came back to their senses and wanted to escape in a panic. At this time, there are already a large number of warships and marines, rushing towards the Sabaody archipelago with all their strength. It was a force led by Marine Admiral Kizaru. Not long after, Kizaru arrived first, and like a flash of yellow lightning, the god of heaven appeared in everyone's sight. Marine is here. Run. I don't know who among the crowd shouted, the pirates present. In an instant, I all swarmed towards the port and ran quickly. At this moment, Kizaru had already blocked the way for everyone to leave, but he looked very strange now. Some little pirates passed by his side without stopping him. He seemed to have seen something that shouldn't be seen. The whole person not only froze in place with a terrified expression, but even his feet felt like retreating involuntarily. Mo Xiaobai. Since being beaten up by Mo Xiaobai last time, there has been a lingering shadow in my heart. However, at this moment, Mo Xiaobai also sensed a pair of eyes watching him, and he casually raised his head to collide with this gaze. Call out. This time, Kizaru was very decisive and chose to run away. He really didn't want to be rubbed on the ground by Mo Xiaobai again. That kind of physical and mental torture, even if he chooses to imagine, he is afraid. There was a ray of light passing by us at work just now? Advertisement, EMMM. That looks like Marine Admiral Kizaru. What? Are you kidding me? Kizaru? After the pirates present heard Kizaru, their faces were frightened. Is my pirate career coming to an end here? No, I'm not reconciled. Ah. Seeing the yellow light beam quickly grazing towards him. Many pirates closed their eyes in fear and shouted loudly. However, the picture they imagined in their hearts did not appear. Kizaru didn't even look back, just passed them shoulder to shoulder. The group of pirates who were involved were all stunned in place for a while, and they were a little confused about the situation. Kizaru, what the hell is this? Seeing this scene, the corners of Mo Xiaobai's mouth twitched slightly. Dignified Marine Admiral, do you want to do this? Marine's face is still missing. Marine, Kizaru. You are? There was a flash of golden light, and Kizaru hurriedly appeared above the overtime of a warship. In less than an hour, the news of celestial dragons being killed did not expect to reach Marine's ears so quickly. Even Sengoku, the marshal of the Marine headquarters, went into battle in person. Marshal. Mo Xiaobai is currently on Island 3.5 in the Sabaody group. Kizaru, who always looks lazy, with a very serious expression at the moment, he said seriously. What? Mo Xiaobai, that. Hearing this, Sengoku's expression froze, and horror filled his eyes. Marshal. This matter is a bit difficult to handle. With the combat strength in front of us, if you land on the island, you will definitely not be Mo Xiaobai's opponent. What Kizaru said was true, and Mo Xiaobai and the others fought head-on. If they had a chance of winning, they wouldn't have suffered such a crushing defeat when they implemented the plan to clean up the Voyage Gold List. Chapter 120 Launch Buster Call Advertisement. The scene that was already chaotic has completely fallen into madness at this moment. At this time, the person kneeling on the ground had already stood up. They looked at each other in blank dismay, and it was difficult to recover from the horror for a while. They don't want those pirates. I only know the 3 words Mo Xiaobai familiar, but I don't know what kind of existence is behind them. What kind of lunatic is this, killing 2 celestial dragons without caring? Aren't they all worried about incurring retaliation from the world government? Why aren't they planning to leave the Sabaody archipelago yet? Is the Sabaody archipelago really going to be turned into a battlefield? The civilians living in Sabaody archipelago don't care what the world is like. However, this does not mean that they do not care about the devastation of the place where they live. Marine Fleet Group. Sengoku stood on the bow of the main ship with his hands behind his back. Looking ahead, the looming island, Kizaru stood at his side. Kizaru's appearance at this moment looks completely different from his usual 24. His face no longer had the usual carelessness, laziness and carelessness. With a serious face, he looked at the Sabaody archipelago in his eyes. Perusalino, perhaps your analysis is correct. It's a duel of the highest combat power between our marine and the Divine Palace. We are indeed not their opponents. Sengoku said with a deep sigh, Marshal, are we going to arrest them immediately? It's up to you to decide. Just now, countless people in the Sabaody archipelago witnessed the scene where Mo Xiaobai killed 2 celestial dragons. This is a provocation to the world government, and it is an insult to our marine. If this news spreads together, the face of our marine headquarters will be wiped out. Kizaru kept fanning the flames, inducing Sengoku, let this matter be pushed to the height of Marine's face. One can imagine how much he didn't want to set foot on that land again. No, it should be said how much he didn't want to face Mo Xiaobai again. Why? At this moment, Sengoku sighed. In fact, the top level of the world government, the 5 elders, has already issued an order to the marine headquarters. Kill Mo Xiaobai at all costs, even the most advanced buster call. Notice, don't act rashly without my order. Advertisement. Whoever dares to keep ordering, launch an attack without authorization, and startle the snake, will directly execute the military law and be shot on the spot. Hearing Sengoku's order, Kizaru also looked at Sengoku calmly. Since Sengoku has issued such an order, this shows that he is still debating whether to launch a large-scale attack on Mo Xiaobai and his group. After all, there are countless innocent common people on the island. Too big will surely affect them. However, as soon as Sengoku issued this order, the faces of all marines changed drastically. For a moment, he froze in place. The Sengoku command is really. For a moment, they looked at each other, and it was difficult to make a choice in their hearts. On the one hand, is Mo Xiaobai, public enemy number 1 of the world government. On the other hand, there are the people of common. Killing Mo Xiaobai may require the sacrifice of many people of common. Whoever makes this decision may become a sinner of the whole world, and even in the end, he will become a victim of the world government's quelling public anger. Billy. Just then the phone bug rang. Sengoku. What are you waiting for? Why did you not launch an attack when you found Mo Xiaobai's traces? It was the world government, the person in charge of the highest power, and one of the 5 elders called. Yes. There are a lot of common people on the island. Sengoku had a hard time choosing. HMPH. Compared to Mo Xiaobai, what are the lives of those civilians worth? Mo Xiaobai is now the biggest threat to the world government. We must use all means to kill Mo Xiaobai. Sengoku, you are too indecisive. If you hesitate, you will miss the best opportunity. I order, buster call to Sabaody archipelago. What? Hearing this command from the phone bug, Sengoku's hands trembled a little. Launch buster call. This will wipe Sabaody archipelago from this world. However, as a soldier, obeying orders is his bounden duty. He had to carry out the orders given to him by his superiors. Obey. At this moment, Sengoku's voice was full of vicissitudes and a trace of helplessness, and then hung up the phone directly. Hey, notice to go down. All personnel on the island are evacuated. Activate in 10 minutes, buster call. After the words fell, Sengoku looked a little older in an instant. Holy Land Marijoy in a magnificent palace. Advertisement. 5 elders sat on the luxurious conference table with a dignified and serious look on their faces. The order for buster call has been delivered, an old man with short golden hair said with sharp eyes. HMPH. Compared with killing Mo Xiaobai's gang of criminals, what does it matter to sacrifice so many civilians? An old man who was holding a first-generation goosh and wearing glasses snorted coldly with slightly squinted eyes. Sabaody archipelago, wide port. At this moment, there is abnormal chaos here. Those pirates and marines who want to escape from here are all gathered together now. Although their reasons for wanting to leave are different, their direction of progress is the same. Seeing countless marine warships approaching not far away, many people were trembling and uneasy. Sorry, marine, some of them already know. The dreaded Buster Call is just a few minutes away. Although Buster Call did not target them, but according to the scope of Buster Call's attack, and its terrifying lethality, I'm afraid they will all be buried with them. At this moment, many people want to escape, all of them wanted to get out of here immediately. But, they can't. You must know that the entire port 373, the moment the pirates and the marines met, the battle took place. Let's go into the town for a walk. Not only the pirates, but also the marines seem to be retreating with all their might. Wow, I'm really going to be killed by that Xiaobai. If you want to defeat us, then Marine will destroy the entire Sabaody archipelago, and it will be almost sunk. Xiaobai smiled slightly, and led them towards the center of the island. Damn it. Why are there so many marines? Then what does it matter? Rayleigh, frowning tightly, said to Xiaobai. After killing her enemy, Hancock was very excited. At this time, she was already looking forward to the arrival of a peerless battle. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. From the beginning to the end, he simply ignored the strangeness of Marine or the pirates. Ha ha ha. We didn't kill celestial dragons, why should we bury him with him? At this moment, everyone was heading towards the port, but Xiaobai and the others were going against the wind. Brother Bai. Something's wrong. Countless pirates present looked at the marine fleet slowly approaching in the distance with ugly faces, and couldn't help clenching their fists tightly. Why did they appear here all of a sudden? It's troublesome now. Chapter 121. Do you think you are qualified? Advertisement? From the beginning to the end, Xiaobai ignored Marine's actions. For him, Marine is just a paper tiger. Hearing Xiaobai's words, Hancock followed behind Xiaobai without hesitation. The same is true for all the people present in the Divine Palace. It's just that Rayleigh still hasn't dismissed the warning of danger. Such a scale is no longer the style of Marine in the past. Such a number of Marine warships, let fear rise in his heart. Suddenly, at the next moment, Rayleigh looked at the fleet of warships approaching in the distance with some trepidation. A conjecture that he couldn't believe came to his mind. He squeezed out a blunt smile and said, Brother Bai, things seem to be not so simple anymore. Huh? Uncle Rayleigh, are you aware of something? Hearing this, Xiaobai stopped and turned to look at Rayleigh and asked. A warship of this size, and how quickly they respond. There's only one possibility. The world government has launched a Buster Call. Rayleigh's tone revealed helplessness. Buster Call. The bastards from the world government are really willing. For the sake of killing us, we really dare to spend all our money. Xiaobai shook his head slightly, expressing helplessness. Don't those bastards from the world government consider the life and death of the common people on this island? At this time, Hancock also said in a somewhat chilly atmosphere. Sabaody archipelago, on an otherwise bustling street. At this moment, the building was already empty, and the civilian traders were all confused. They couldn't understand why everyone left here in a swarm in just a few minutes. Originally, the streets were filled with all kinds of yelling. All in this moment, it stopped abruptly and there was no sound. Did Marine take any action just because this boy killed the celestial dragons? Huh, maybe you really guessed it right. No matter what, let's leave first. For a moment, the entire bustling street instantly turned into an empty city. At the moment, basically everyone in Sabaody archipelago is running towards the port. The atmosphere became extremely tense. Woo, advertisement. Woo, woo. At this moment, there was a piercing siren sound from the sea not far away. Distance, Buster Call, the time to launch has entered the countdown. Master, what are we going to do? At this time, Hancock is also waiting for Xiaobai to give orders. Since that old B********* D Sengoku is so badass. You guys go to the island for a while, I have something to deal with and come over. There was also a hint of displeasure in Xiaobai's eyes. After the voice fell, Xiaobai's figure disappeared in place. Marine Fleet main ship, an invisible energy fluctuation appeared. The figure of Xiaobai appeared on the deck. This surprised all the Marines present, watching Xiaobai who suddenly appeared vigilantly. None of them stepped forward, not to mention how afraid they were of Xiaobai. Let Sengoku come out and meet me. Seeing their vigilance, Xiaobai didn't intend to talk nonsense to them. Xiaobai, don't think we are afraid of you. At this time, a Marine who thought he was righteous summoned up his courage and spoke to Xiaobai. However, his voice was trembling. I only say it once. How could this kind of little guy, Xiaobai, pay attention to him? Immediately afterwards, Conqueror's Haki instantly covered the warship. The faces of all the Marines present were pale, and the horror in their eyes could not be hidden. Xiaobai, you really think that our Marine headquarters is afraid of you? At this moment, Sengoku's majestic voice came from the side. In the next moment, the two strands of Conqueror's Haki collided instantly. Oh, I didn't expect Sengoku, you're hiding very deeply? Xiaobai did not expect that Sengoku also owns Conqueror's Haki. During the Summit War, he didn't show it at all. Xiaobai, I don't know what your beliefs are, do you know? If you continue like this, the world will become more chaotic. Sengoku, facing Xiaobai, did not flinch in the slightest. Crack. Crack. The collision between the two conquerors caused a slight crack in the splint of this warship. Advertisement, ha ha ha, Sengoku, you speak better than you sing. You want world peace so much. Why did you launch Buster Call? Xiaobai's words made Sengoku speechless. As a soldier, how can I question the orders of my superiors? While speaking, Sengoku revealed unwillingness in his eyes. Huh. This kind of garbage government should die and should let him die. While speaking, a trace of ferocity flashed in Mo Xiaobai's eyes. Mo Xiaobai, I know you are very strong, or your gods are very strong in heaven. It is even more threatening to the status of the world government than revolutionaries and family members. However, if you think that the world government is as simple as it seems on the surface, then you are very wrong. The power behind the world government, even I can't touch it. Sengoku, these words seemed to be threatening Mo Xiaobai, but also seemed to remind him. HMPH, so what? Mo Xiaobai said with a sneer. This time I came here to remind you. If you insist on launching Buster Call, you will be disappointed in the result. Or I'll just say it clearly. In my eyes, the Buster Call that you guys think Marine is the strongest is rubbish. The meaning of Mo Xiaobai's words is already obvious. The result is also predictable. As far as Mo Xiaobai is concerned, Buster Call has no effect on him. Even the entire small island group was destroyed. Mo Xiaobai, I don't deny it. No matter how you look at it, you are very strong. But why? You have to stand on the opposite side of the world government. Sengoku, a little annoyed, this strong person can't be used by himself because of something. Mo Xiaobai, the purpose of launching the 2D magic order is to kill you. Since you are not on the Sabaody Islands, there is no need for us to continue to activate the Buster Call. Sengoku said to Mo Xiaobai without changing his face. He didn't hide the world government's motives for wanting to kill him. Haha, want to kill me? Do you think you are qualified? Mo Xiaobai laughed out loud, although he looked a little arrogant now, but he couldn't help it, he tried his best to put it there. In an instant, the atmosphere was tense. Click. Click. However, the next moment, a layer of ice quickly formed on the surface of the sea. Immediately afterwards, sharp ice swords appeared from above the ice surface, and the flickering cold light made people tremble, inside. Chapter 122 Battle Aokiji Advertisement to freeze the sea and regenerate ice swords. Who else can have this ability except Aokiji? Aokiji, who has never made a shot, chose to make a shot this time. However, how could his actions escape Mo Xiaobai's perception? Ice Cube 2 Thorny Spears, sounded with a low voice. All the ice swords above the sea burst towards Mo Xiaobai's back. And Aokiji, who has been hiding in the dark, also attacked Mo Xiaobai without hesitation. Aokiji's figure flashed and appeared in front of Mo Xiaobai. The ice blade in his hand pierced fiercely, and he felt the bitter cold air from a long distance, which was chilling. Mo Xiaobai narrowed his eyes in amazement. With this method, it would be a pity not to let Aokiji be the marshal. However, at this level, I think it's very hard steel in front of me. Don't you underestimate me. A sneer appeared on the corner of Mo Xiaobai's mouth, and armament hockey immediately wrapped around his arm. In an instant, Mo Xiaobai swung out fiercely, directly colliding with the ice spear that was shot. The pitch-black fist blasted out, hitting the ice spear with a crackling sound. The shattered ice splashed everywhere, and the ice spear of the biting cold air was directly shattered by a punch at this moment. However, Ching 127 Pheasant's attack didn't end. The elementalized fist bombarded Mo Xiaobai fiercely. The two fists collided directly, shattered ice boom. The energy burst open, the waves of the air surged, and the frozen sea surface burst apart instantly under the huge force, and the thick ice layer was directly shaken away by the huge force. However, under Aokiji's feet, he took a few steps backwards uncontrollably, smashing the ice under his feet. Not bad, Aokiji. Are you interested in coming and hanging out with me? Mo Xiaobai looked at the layer of frost on the fist, and said to Aokiji with a smile. Immediately, with a little force on his fist, the ice shattered suddenly, and the chill on his fist quickly dissipated. Seeing this scene, Aokiji's expression was dignified. He knew that he would fight hard, and he was definitely not Mo Xiaobai's opponent. That's why he thought of using the ice spear shot out from the sea to attract Mo Xiaobai's attention. Then, he attacked head-on and used his fruit ability to freeze Mo Xiaobai under control. However, the plot did not follow Aokiji's script. Ice Cube stormed Pheasant's mouth. In an instant, with one finger, the chill quickly condensed, and the arm directly turned into ice, and the huge chill pierced out. A huge ice bird erupted immediately and rushed out quickly, gradually covering everything it went with a layer of frost. Even the water vapor in the air is turning into ice particles and falling down. Advertisement facing the cold wind. Mo Xiaobai's clothes were slowly covered with a layer of frost. This made Mo Xiaobai couldn't help applauding. As expected of being one of the strongest Logias, a Logia that can change the environment is truly unique. If it were another person, just this chill could freeze him, let alone 1,000 counterattacks. But for Mo Xiaobai, who possesses the elemental fruit, everything he does is idle and powerless. Having an elemental fruit means that Mo Xiaobai will not be restrained by any Logia devil fruit. It can even be said that he restrains all Logia devil fruit. See huge ice birds coming your way. A smile appeared on the corner of Mo Xiaobai's mouth. Frozen. Mo Xiaobai whispered softly, click. Click. I saw that the surface of the ice bird cast by Aokiji was once again covered with a layer of frost. Immediately, the rising momentum of the iceberg stagnated instantly. Not only that, the flying height of the iceberg became lower and lower, after a few seconds. Instead, it fell from the sky like a boulder in the end. He fell directly on the frozen sea. Boom. There was a deafening bang. The iceberg fell and shattered the sea ice. What? How did you do that? Aokiji couldn't believe that his attack could be controlled by others. Isn't it simple, just keep your bird frozen. Mo Xiaobai's calm appearance is in stark contrast to Aokiji's frowning. Mo Xiaobai, I still underestimated you. Aokiji did not expect that Mo Xiaobai's fighting consciousness was higher than all the existences in his life. Kuzan frowned slightly, the air trembled. Kuzan's arm was already covered with a layer of jet black armed color. At the same time, he folded his palms together and chopped down towards Mo Xiaobai. Aokiji is very clear that if he blindly uses the fruit ability, it is impossible to defeat him.
Aokiji, have you thought about it? I opened the door for you, it's your own choice to come or not.
Mo Xiaobai, standing in the air, the moment the voice fell, he pointed with one hand. Silently, a Raytheon beam similar to Kizaru flipped and instantly penetrated a warship behind Aokiji. Advertisement seeing this scene, Kuzan's expression changed. The stature stopped instantly and no longer moved forward. Too fast. If Mo Xiaobai used this kind of speed attack, how could he avoid it? The moment just now was Mo Xiaobai's blow to Aokiji. But this time, Xiaobai also let it go. Marine Admiral can be the kind of guy who sees the wind in the wind. Haha, Mo Xiaobai, although I have to admit that you can be strong, but if you think that you can deter me like this, then you underestimate me. Aokiji sneered, his eyes seemed to be mocking Mo Xiaobai's childishness at the moment. Sensing Aokiji's gaze, Mo Xiaobai froze in place for a long time. Then he laughed at himself. Aokiji is right, he has always stood at the highest point and looked down on everyone. It is precisely because of this that I feel that I am omnipotent. All must obey themselves. Isn't my current state exactly the same as Enel's many years ago? The next moment, Aokiji's face was serious. He knew very well that even if he could completely elementalize his body. As the words fell, Mo Xiao's arms suddenly glowed with a layer of hazy energy. Boom. Aokiji scolded in his heart, but he didn't dare to neglect his hands. A sudden chill broke out. The next moment, Aokiji waved his hand, and under his control, the ice pick was sent violently towards Mo Xiaobai. In front of Conqueror's hockey entanglement, you will also be injured. Boom. In the crackling sound, countless huge ice cones condensed behind him. Seeing this scene, Aokiji instantly recognized that it was Conqueror's hockey wrapped around his arms. It seems that Mo Xiaobai obviously does not intend to keep his hand. The second more. Power really can blind a person's eyes. Boom. Attack power is much greater than armament hockey coil. This is a skill that only a handful of top experts can master. Aokiji, what you said is right, then next, you will be ready to die. Mo Xiaobai, you really think highly of me. Chapter 123 Strength Crushing. Advertisement. In the meantime, countless ice cones shot towards Mo Xiaobai's position. Boom. Boom. A burst of huge muffled sounds resounded through the sky. In an instant, blue mist rose up. Cover up Mo Xiaobai's figure completely. Aokiji, observation hockey sensed that the figure of Mo Xiaobai was in it at this moment, and he let out a deep breath. Faced with such an attack, even Mo Xiaobai should not be completely immune to it. However, the next moment, Aokiji's eyes froze. I saw an ice pick swiftly passing over his cheek. He wanted to run, but the speed of the ice pick was so fast that he didn't even have time to react. In an instant, a slender streak of blood appeared on his face. Just now, the ice pick deviated by 1 point to the right, and that might have caused consequences he couldn't bear. The pick of ice would mercilessly blast his head into pieces. This is too weird. This ice pick is obviously the skill he cast on Mo Xiaobai. Why did he turn the direction around? However, now is not the time for him to think. Immediately afterwards, in the blue mist, countless ice cones quickly struck towards Aokiji's position. Someone warned ahead of him. Aokiji is also ready to defend at this moment. His whole body was elementalized in advance, completely ignoring the damage from the ice pick. In just a few seconds, it is extremely dangerous. As long as you slow down a bit, you will be injured. The storm of ice cones is over. Kuzan finally breathed a sigh of relief. Haha, Aokiji, don't you feel bad about your own attack? At this time, the green mist dissipated, and I saw Mo Xiaobai standing there as if nothing happened.
If you look closely, you will find that from the beginning to the end, he didn't even move his footsteps. Click, click, there was a crisp sound. The ice armor on Aokiji fell off. At this moment, he can't control so much anymore.
Ice Age, Aokiji gave a low snort. The next moment, Aokiji waved his hand fiercely, and the white mist in the air burst out in an instant. Extending and spreading from his arms again, even the sky seems to be covered with a thin layer of frost at this moment, and the cold air is surging.
This is his strongest move, and it is the one with the widest attack range.
It can instantly turn the sea between several islands into frozen land. Of course, anything in it will be frozen by the way. Advertisement. Ice Age. It is said that it can be frozen in this sea for more than a week in an instant, and it is impossible to melt. Seeing the rapidly freezing sea, Mo Xiaobai slowly floated into the air.
Initiated a soul questioning of Aokiji. I said, Aokiji, what are you using this trick for?
He saw Mo Xiaobai's figure flying into the air. Facing his torture, Aokiji was speechless. That's right, the range of Ice Age's attack power can be called a must. However, there is no anti-air combat capability. In other words, as long as Mo Xiaobai is flying in the air, this move has no effect on him. Feel the traces of icy frost on your body. Mo Xiaobai also affirmed Aokiji's strength. Aokiji, you've been attacking for a long time, now it's my turn. Boom. 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 In the next moment, Mo Xiaobai cast Conqueror's Haki, pressing towards Aokiji.
Waves of air exploded, and on the ice layer of the sea, a wave of energy swept across, roaring and spreading, shaking the ice surface to cracks.
Next, if you can accept my move, then I will let you go today.
Suddenly, Mo Xiaobai raised his hand towards Aokiji, spread his 5 fingers, and then slowly clenched his fist.
Aokiji. Quick! Get out of there, it's space compression. Seeing this movement of Mo Xiaobai, Sengoku looked frightened in the distance and shouted towards Aokiji. Hearing this, Aokiji's heart skipped a beat. The compression of the opposite space, even if he can completely elementalize, it won't help. Immediately, Aokiji became vigilant, mobilized the chill without hesitation, and covered himself. A layer of ice armor instantly covered his whole body. Click. Click. However, the next second, Aokiji's expression changed. There was a crisp cracking sound. It was still too late. Aokiji was still within Mo Xiaobai's attack range at the moment. But he didn't give up. He pushed the cold air all over his body to ultimate, condensing layers of ice armor.
And he himself was trying his best to resist the squeeze from all directions. The space is squeezed, there must be his attack range. As long as you leave his attack range, you will be fine.
At this moment, Aokiji thought so in his heart. Click. Advertisement click. Click. Crisp popping sound. Ice splashes, the power of the huge space squeezed. The ice armor on Aokiji's body was broken directly, and his face changed. So strong, how is it possible? Oops, can't stop it. Asking for flowers. Aokiji's eyes were serious and he cursed inwardly. Ah! Aokiji yelled and struggled to step out of the space. However, when he was about to relax, he discovered that his left leg felt endless oppression. There was a crackling sound, the ice layer shattered, and a tingling pain made Aokiji's expression change suddenly, and a chill burst out, sealing the left leg in an instant. Aokiji looked at his left leg, but found that it was empty. In just an instant, his ice armor couldn't bear it anymore, and his left leg was instantly squeezed into nothingness by the space. Worthy of being one of the strongest Logia devil fruits, the ability to freeze makes people hard to guard against. I thought I had caught you, but I didn't expect. You actually broke your leg to survive. Now it seems that for these experienced powerhouses, combat awareness is more important. Mo Xiaobai also did not expect that Aokiji could be so decisive. If he were an ordinary person, he might choose to find a way to save his leg, but that would put his life in danger. This kind of nonsense is not bad for newcomers who are just getting started. The third change. Aokiji, you are very nice. At this moment, his heart was also shaken. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. In other words, my door is open for you, you made a choice today, and I welcome you to join. However, who can be so open-minded? Don't want your legs if you don't want them. His back looks so lonely. Facing Mo Xiaobai, Sengoku didn't even make a move to help, and just watched himself and him fight to the death. I keep my word, take my trick, then I will let you go today. However, Aokiji didn't speak. He used his frozen fruit ability, conjured up his left leg, and walked slowly towards the distance. At this time, although Mo Xiaobai had already left, Marine's side still couldn't recover from the shock just now. If Sengoku isn't afraid of death, what is? Aokiji, how are you? As a Marine Marshal, he cannot risk his life. His life is related to tens of millions of Marine soldiers. Feeling a little depressed, Sengoku walked up to Aokiji and asked. Why? As soon as the words fell, Mo Xiaobai's figure disappeared from their field of vision. Chapter 124. Everyone goes back to their homes, each finds their moms. Advertisement. The sky is getting dark. Not long after, the night fell. At that time, on the edge of the coast, a group of pirates are like crows on an old tree, chattering and chattering endlessly. Originally, the pirates who were already fighting to the death, at this moment they were fighting endlessly. However, the scene was still divided into two factions, and very few people chose to stand out. Most of the pirates still want to observe more. Facing such a large number of warships, they believe that going to sea at this moment is definitely a dead end. HMPH, are they all idiots? The Marine has completely surrounded this place. What miracle do you want to expect? The Marine fleet will evacuate on its own. HMPH, Marine warships, what does it mean to gather here? Could it be that they must be aiming at arresting us? You know what a fart, a warship of this size has already exceeded the scope of the highest buster call. Marine is now waiting for an opportunity to wipe out all of us. 433. You think Marine is just joking? Then tell me, what's going on? Rushing is death, not rushing is also death.
There was chaos in the arena, everyone insisted on their own opinions, and many people were red-faced.
There are even quite a few grumpy pirates who have already clenched the weapons in their hands, looking like their swords are on the verge of breaking out. At this moment, several earth-shattering loud noises made the scene quiet down. Everyone looked around, and not far away, a red-haired man was fighting fiercely with a man with long arms. Hey, isn't it Eustace Kid and Schoolitman Apple who are one of the superstars? Hey, the strength of these two people is among the best of the previous generation, and now there's another good show to watch. Damn. You didn't think it was a big deal when you watched the excitement just now. What's going on now? You're still fighting.
Skalakman Apu, I'm tearing you apart now. Eustace Kid, just save yourself. With your combat power, you are so awesome that you can tear it apart.
During the fight, the two attacked each other verbally. The onlookers were pointing and discussing. Boom, a loud bang.
Jujian, Kid, with the huge metal arm, punched Apu where he was.
Suddenly, the whole earth trembled. Before the shock was felt, Apu had already started to fight back. Scratch disc explosion. I saw that Apu's left arm turned into a trumpet, sending out bursts of sound waves to Kid, followed by bursts of explosions.
Advertisement. With a bang, the air wave from Kid's explosion directly crashed into a nearby building, and the whole house collapsed.
HMPH. If Kid really wants to fight to the death, I'm not afraid of you, but now is not the time. Apu said something, and did not take advantage of the victory to pursue. It's just a disagreement, in front of so many people, it's not enough to kill each other. Besides, outside the port, there are all marine warships. Marine is their primary target. Damn, I tear you apart. In the ruins of the house, Kid stood up slowly with a ferocious face, his right leg slammed on the ground. The whole person flies up like an arrow. Seeing this scene, Apu was not to be outdone, and was ready to educate this guy severely. Boom. The two slammed into each other again, and this time, a little differently than last time. This time, it was Apu who flew upside down. There is no suspense, single-handedly fighting strength. 10 Apu will not be the opponent of Kid. This hit was not light, and after a while, Apu got up from the ground. And at this moment, the bronze monument above the sky emitted a dazzling light. The rays of light flourished, flooding the entire world.
It also happened to interrupt their direct confrontation.
Nautical Gold List Beauty Ranking, 13th place, Tashigi, Marine Headquarters Ensign. Nautical Gold List Beauty Ranking, 12th place, Reiju, the Princess of Germa Kingdom, known as Poison Powder. Nautical Gold List Beauty Ranking, 11th place, Rebecca, a member of the Liku royal family of the Kingdom of Darius Rosa. The release of this list is like a mediation medicine. The atmosphere in the arena became more peaceful in an instant. I'll just say it, what's the point of fighting? It's okay to look at the beauties, how interesting it is to drink and brag. Don't tell me, I didn't expect that there are beauties in Marine. What's wrong with Marine? After all, a female Marine is a female. Ha ha ha. You're really not picky eaters, she's a girl, I think you'll take it. What's the matter, do you have the qualifications to choose? I think it's because of his whimsy that you can make it to the beauty list, which one can get your turn. Sabaody Bottom Islands, the light rain pattered, making this night extraordinarily deserted. Advertisement. The pirates were still so heartless, the previous appearance of being at war with swords turned into a night of carnival in the blink of an eye. They seemed to have completely forgotten their situation. However, when everyone fell asleep, a figure came out of the bar, wrapped in a black robe, and walked out quickly. The direction he walked turned out to be the direction where the marine warships stayed during the day. A bunch of crazy people, I won't die with you. This group of idiots, the gathering of warships of this size, if the world government hadn't launched a buster call, what would it be? I don't know why the artillery fire is delayed, but I can't control so much, it's better to leave here first. This man, none other than Schoolitman Apu, thought that there were too many people and too many goals. The odds of slipping safely under Marine's nose are slim to none. It's better to leave alone than to die under buster call together. In the face of life, what kind of bullshit loyalty is absolutely impossible to appear here in Schoolitman Apu? The light of the bronze monument shines on the earth, as if it is leading the way for Schoolitman Apu. When he tiptoed to the coast, the sight in front of him made him unable to calm down for a long time. Where is there any marine warship here? Woo! Not to mention the buster call class of warships, there is not even a single marine warship. Obviously, Marine didn't initiate any buster call at all. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. After a while, the Sabaody Islands were in commotion. But it made them overjoyed. At a glance, there is a vast sea. Woo! At the whole coast, the pirate ships of all the pirates are docked there, and they are docked there intact. As everyone knows, their peace at the moment, 2.2 is the result of Mo Xiaobai's strong suppression of Marine. For them, it was like saving a life. Before that, it was just a false alarm. The pirates thought it was Marine who launched the attack. When they came to the shore, first update, pushing the boat along the way, why would he not do things like raising his hand for favors? Seeing that the Marines had left, Scratchamanna blew the horn. They didn't dare to delay anymore, and they all boarded their own pirate ships, drive towards the distance. Chapter 125 Nautical Gold List, the most beautiful woman in the world is announced. Advertisement. It was daylight. The first ray of sunshine in the morning is still this nautical land. Boom. Boom. The navigation gold list is still displaying the ranking. As he looked around, the Voyage Gold List Beauty Ranking has begun to announce the ranking of the top 10. Nautical Gold List Beauty Ranking, 10th place, Hina, Marine Headquarters Rear Admiral, Cage Fruit, Ability User. Hina, I really didn't expect you to be on the list of beauties, and your ranking is not low. In the early morning, Smoker and Hina have already started a day of military training. Seeing Hina's name reflected on the bronze monument, Smoker also said with a smile to Hina beside him. HMPH, why do you find it surprising that I'm on the list? Heard the words. With a lit cigarette in her mouth, Hina glanced at Smoker dissatisfied. It's not possible, I think it's right for you to be in the top 3. Ranking at 10th place makes me doubt the authenticity of this list. Well, yes, that's right. After the words fell, Smoker showed a guilty expression, jumping and looking at the bronze monument in the void. Seeing Smoker's expression, Hina is so angry. Just as it was about to erupt, another roar came from the bronze monument. Boom. Boom. Immediately, what came into view was the list of the top 10 people on the Hygiene List beauty list. Nautical Gold List beauty ranking, 9th place. Ain, female swordsman, regression fruit, ability user.
Nautical Gold List beauty ranking, 8th. Residents of Canis, Sky Island.
Nautical Gold List beauty ranking, 7th place. Khalifa, one of the members of CP9, a person with the ability of bubble fruit. As the rankings of the beauty rankings are announced, the major forces can't bear the excitement in their hearts. The number 1 beauty in the world, who will get it?
Presumably, these people on the list will be the existence of the entire nautical world in the future.
Doesn't that mean that if the entire list of beauties gathers together, a new force will emerge? Brother, you are thinking too simply. Didn't you see the hint on the gold list? The forces they belong to are widely distributed.
Even the residents can be on the list. How could they gather together? Yes, this is too unrealistic. It is said that a hero is saddened by a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman may be able to disrupt a country, let alone so much.
With the announcement of the gold list rewards, everyone just discovered it. The Voyage Gold List beauty ranking has not announced the rewards for those who are on the list. Now, those caring people who peeped at the rewards in their hands were completely confused. Advertisement, is there a reward or no reward? Many people, but spend a lot of money to inquire about those so-called gossip. Forecast, list of people on the list, it's good now, just hide the reward directly. How can this not make them depressed? Is this a special protection for beautiful women? Maybe this is the case. Many of those on the list are civilians who have no power to restrain their chickens. I bet 500,000 Pele, and I will buy Nami to top the list. And me, I bought 1,000,000 Baileys, and I also bought Nami to top the list. Hey, my friend, blindly following the trend is a very irrational decision. Although Miss Nami has such strength, being an Oran is not an easy task. Dude, you've said so much, who do you think will be on top? That must be it. I am dissatisfied with you. I also bought it Nami's sister. Damn. Then why are you talking so much? I'm not. Let's adjust the atmosphere. For Aran's guess, Nami's voice seems to be much higher than expected. I think your Bailey is going to be in the water. I said, friend, how do you see it? I am Princess Vivi of Alabasta, the most beautiful woman in the world. Yeah, how did we forget about Princess Vivi? I want to bet. Just when many forces were secretly drawing up the wild list, the bronze monument under the night sky has begun to announce the list of the top few people. Nautical Gold List beauty ranking, 4th, Vivi, Princess of Alabasta. Wow. See, when Vivi's name appeared in the 4th place on the list, some people were happy and some were sad. Damn it. Who was that just now? It turned out to be misleading us. Losing money. Ha ha ha. Who told you to listen to the nonsense of those people? I have inside information. Who of you wants to know? I want to know. Oh, those who want to know the news, then the cost of this news. Yes, such important news is not free. Damn. How about being shameless and giving the inside information? Why don't you say that the gold list of voyages was compiled by your family? I still believe you when you say so. Okay, you keep your word, you don't want to accept this news. Yeah, only fools would buy this kind of news. Okay, I want this message. Advertisement, mud horse. There are really people in this world who are stupid and have a lot of money. At this moment, everyone looked up at the bronze monument again, ready to see who could enter the top 3 seats. The scene in front of them shocked them. Nautical Gold List beauty ranking, 3rd place. Nami, the navigator of Straw Hat Crew, known as Little Thieving Cat. Damn it. Shame. How can I, Nami's sister, just come in 3rd? In that case, only the Emperor of the Amazon Lily Kingdom is left in the entire seafaring world. Boa Hancock and Shirahoshi, the mermaid princess of Ryugu Kingdom, have not appeared on the list yet. In this way, the top 2 would not have much controversy. But, in front of Hancock and Shirahoshi, others on the list were instantly overshadowed. It's obvious now. Bet on size, it's either big or small. I bet you're a big-headed ghost. I've already lost so much that I can't even wear underwear, 413. I'm sure. Shirahoshi decided to stay on top, agreed +1. Agree +1. Agree +1. Boom, Boa Hancock, as expected, topped the list. Wow, you idiots, you still say that the gossip is a lie. Finally, ushered in this time, the peak moment of Voyage Gold List beauty ranking. The second more, for this kind of bet that is either big or small, it is even more crazy. Many people in the entire nautical industry have already crushed their worth and property. Nautical Gold List beauty ranking, 1st place. Boa Hancock, the current captain of the 9 snake pirates, known as the Empress. Nautical Gold List beauty ranking, 2nd place. Shirahoshi, princess of the Dragon Palace Kingdom of the Fishmen Island, king of sea kings. Let me tell you now, on that message is the number 1, Boa Hancock. Boom. Boom. I won. Ha ha ha. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all.
Bronze Monument, after a vision. With the announcement of the 2nd place, the top spot on the list seemed less mysterious.
That was the announcement of the top spot. Chapter 126 Navigating the Gold List, the GNOW ranking list.
Advertisement. Chapter 126 Navigating the Gold List, the GNOW ranking list.
Haha, Hancock, Congratulations. Seeing the big golden characters at the top of the list. Mo Xiaobai also said to Hancock beside him, also almost at the same time.
Whoosh, whoosh. A bright light emanates from all those who are on the list. The Nautical Gold List beauty ranking has just been released.
And the rewards for those on the list are also distributed in time. Reward potion. Immediately, a bottle of potion was generated out of thin air in the hands of those reward potion listies.
Beauty boosting potion. Taker will erase all scars on the body.
A series of functions of the potion came into Hancock's mind. Hancock, looking at the potion in his hand, couldn't calm down for a long time. That is to say, after taking this potion, the slave mark on Hancock's back will be restored. He will be able to say goodbye to his slavery once and for all. When people all over the world are still digesting the Voyage Gold List beauty list. The bronze monument above the sky, suddenly, the red glow suddenly soared. Buzz buzz. Buzz buzz. The next moment, a palpitating sword energy suddenly emerged from the bronze monument. Is there a new list to be announced? What list will it be this time? At this moment, a dazzling golden light suddenly appeared in the sky, covering the entire sea area.
Everyone in the nautical world stopped what they were doing and looked up at the sky. Sure enough, I saw the bronze monument, and the dazzling words of gold appeared on the surface of the monument. Open black lens bracket navigation gold gang sword hero ranking close black lens bracket. The ranking is based on the strength of the swordsman's own swordsmanship.
Okay, swordsman ranking, I didn't expect this ranking. Hawkeye, known as the world's #1 swordsman, is there any suspense? Zoro, you should be on the list, advertisement. Here it is, Luffy said, walking to Zoro's side, maybe. Zoro responded flatly, immediately, a smile appeared on the corner of his mouth, he tightly held the ghost in his hand, and then swung an extremely powerful sword aura towards the front. The sword energy was hundreds of meters long, and the hurricane it brought up even caused the waves to roll. Huh? There are new words on the gold list. Everyone raised their heads and looked towards the sky.
Soon, the Johnao ranking list attracted its first lister.
Swordsman ranking, 100th. Rebecca, the famous swordsmanship, backwater sword dance, lures the opponent to the edge of the field by avoiding the opponent's attack. Then he stood on the edge of the field and knocked the attacking opponent out of the field when he was unprepared. Rebecca. Why does this name sound so familiar? Isn't she right? She just climbed to the 11th place on the list of beauties. No wonder it sounds so familiar, beauty and strength coexist. To be on the list, this girl's swordsmanship should be okay. The first one on the list naturally got quite a lot of attention. What's more, it's a beautiful swordsman. At this moment, Rebecca's name was remembered by everyone in the world. After a while, a picture was reflected on the bronze monument. It was Rebecca with a serious face, while avoiding the opponent's attack, while retreating towards the edge of the arena. When her opponent rushed towards him, Rebecca squatted sideways. His opponent suddenly lost his center of gravity and fell into the ring. I said, swordsmanship, isn't it a bit? I also look like. The picture stayed at the moment when I squatted down. But judging from the high-definition screen, Rebecca's eyes were full of solemnity, and it seemed that she hadn't planned to let her opponent fall into the ring. Moreover, the way she stretched out her foot and tripped his opponent looked exactly like a little girl falling down. Seeing that Rebecca was on the list, many people who eat melons twitched their mouths. Those swordsmen who expected themselves to be on the list were even more embarrassed. If he didn't make the list, he might as well just dig a hole and bury him alive. Kingdom of Darius Rosa, Princess Rebecca, it's amazing to be on the list. Jin Bang said that swordsmen are ranked according to their own strength, which means that Rebecca's swordsmanship has been recognized. Advertisement, Princess Rebecca is the pride of our Darius Rosa kingdom. In an instant, the entire Darius Rosa kingdom became a sensation. Everyone is immersed in laughter. It can be seen that Rebecca is very loved in the kingdom of Darius Rosa. Marine headquarters, whoops, where's the swordsman leaderboard? This is undoubtedly the most beneficial for us Marine. Soroski. You say yes. Seeing the ranking list, Kizaru turned his head and said to Akainu, who was sitting beside me. Paluzalino, I'm not a swordsman, you ask me. Akainu, who survived the catastrophe, looks even more paralyzed than before. The difference is that there is an extra scar on his neck and face, which looks creepy. Oh, I forgot, I thought swordsmanship is something everyone knows. Kizaru grumbled, looking contemptuous. Paluzalino, what do you mean? Hearing that Kizaru was mocking himself, Akainu slammed the table. Li Wanghao pointed at him and scolded him. Ouch, it's terrible. Seeing this, Kizaru immediately raised his hands in surrender. Snort. Seeing that Kizaru was acting like this again. Akainu snorted coldly, then turned and left. If you look closely, you will find that his fists have been clenched tightly. Swimming on the verge of death, his desire for power became stronger and stronger.
Mo Xiaobai, you wait, I will definitely pay back this debt.
Akainu gritted his teeth and said fiercely, grave. Chapter 127 The Way of the Sword, anyone can do it. Advertisement, why are you looking at me like that? Kizaru noticed that Sengoku and others around him were all staring at him. Just now, it was you who said that swordsmanship is something everyone knows. Garp clenched his fists and made a crackling sound. Kizaru, your mouth is very short lately, not only Garp, Sengoku casserole big fist, can't hold back anymore. Kizaru, you've become a bit evil recently, it's time to give you a wash. Crane also rolled up his sleeves and walked towards me. Kizaru slowly.
Leaders, I didn't mean that. You misunderstood me.
Kizaru, his feet kept trembling, and the devil's cold sweat kept dripping. Right now, these three people can be said to be the scariest ones in the Marine headquarters. Bang! There was a sound. I was wrong. I saw Kizaru directly facing them, bowing deeply at 90 degrees. With too much force, this head hit the table beside it.
The table shattered instantly, and Kizaru didn't make a sound.
Seeing this scene, even Garp was a little dazed. Kizaru's reaction is a bit too big. This kid must have been stimulated. Immediately afterwards, a burst of gold light flashed. Kizaru was planning to run away. Bang! There was a muffled sound. Garp punched the light and shadow. 557. Damn it, you have to be quick, otherwise, I'd really lose a few layers of skin today. Kizaru rubbed his chin with a wretched face. If you look carefully, there is a huge bulge on the top of his head. Immediately afterwards, on the list, swordsmen were listed one after another. Those on the list are extremely excited, and are looking forward to the distribution of rewards for the Navigation Gold List. Slowly, the Sailing Gold List Sword Heroes list came to the 50th place. Navigation Gold List Sword Heroes list, Sword Heroes ranking, number 80, Octopus Xiaobai. Advertisement Famous Swordsmanship, 6 Swords Mysteries 6 Swords Waltz. The octopus, the Murloc's multi-handed characteristic, keeps turning with 6 knives, allowing it to chop the opponent into pieces the moment it touches it. Sword Heroes ranking, number 71, Bellamy Bow, Famous Swordsmanship, Spinning Dart, quickly spins the Gurg scimitar in his hand, and slashes with power, causing heavy damage to the target. Sword Heroes list, number 68, Cyrus, Famous Swordsmanship, Thundersword of Destruction, rushes to the opponent and clenches the sword in both hands, swinging the sword up and down to give the opponent a strong slash. At this moment, many people who eat melons actually discovered that as long as they think about it, they can check the release screen of the skills they want to see. I said, Beru Meber is on the list, what the hell is this? I'm a waste that even my father doesn't like. When did the salted fish come back to life? Only he can be on the list with this trick, I am really convinced. Didn't you carefully read the list requirements for the Voyage Gold List? The people on the list are ranked according to their own kendo combat power, rather than relying on their swordsmanship skills? Oh, in this way, as long as you know how to use a sword, and you have a good demand, you may be on the list. I said, you are enough. Do you think that Berumibo is still the same trash as before? He is now the apprentice of the marine hero Garp. If he is really useless to me, you think even his father would look down on him, but Imp would like him? After being said so, the people who eat melons instantly calmed down. I also thought about it in my mind. Out of curiosity and wanting authentication, Beru Meber sorted the authority. Many people are meditating in their hearts, watching. Swordsman ranking, number 71, Bellamibo, battle screen. Soon, the figure of Bellamibo appeared in the pupils of those who wanted to watch. In the picture, Beru Mibo keeps spinning the Gurg scimitar in both hands, squats down slightly, and jumps high after accumulating power. Immediately afterwards, he slashed towards my enemy standing in front of him. The next moment, the picture freezes. Blumibo's figure suddenly disappeared. When CEFB has reappeared in the picture, a lot of unknown pirates have fallen before it. Those who watched the picture couldn't help but open their mouths wide. No, impossible. Just one move? Cut so many people to the ground at the same time? Blumibo, are you cheating like this? Some people who have some prejudice against Beru Meber. Advertisement with a puzzled face, he rubbed his eyes vigorously, for fear that he might be wrong. You guy, have you been pretending to be weak all this time? Kirby pointed at Bellamibo and yelled, Kabi, I regard you as my target. How can I pretend to be weak? Woo. Kabi, I have been recognized by the Voyage Gold List. Beru Meber, 2 lines of tears flowed down. Yeah, Beru Meber, finally, I have lived up to the teachings of Vice Admiral Garp. Kebi is also happy for him from the bottom of his heart. Showing a happy expression. New world, unknown on my small island. At the mouth of the coast, there is a huge dragon-headed sailboat parked. On the skull of the flag, there are 3 claw marks, which are memorable at a glance. Compared to Zoro, these people are just adults with knives. Shaking his head slightly, these people can only be regarded as entry-level in his eyes. Hawkeye glanced at the picture of Berumibo's swordplay, shook his head and said, Blumibo, can a swordsman of this level be on the list? Fourth more, in an old castle, Hawkeye glanced at the list of the last 50. Ben Beckman took a puff on his cigar and said, Knight. Interesting, but is there no one in this nautical world? And the ranking is still at the 70th place. Hawkeye, Dracul Mahawk, was sitting on the sofa chair, drinking red wine, looking up at the dazzling bronze monument. Shanks, with one hand resting on his sword, laughed and said, Obviously, Bellamibo couldn't get into his eyes. I don't know who can dominate the show, you or Hawkeye. Boss. This Swordmaster ranking is a bit interesting. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. Haha. Who knows, this guy Mahawk's swordsmanship is very strong. His reputation as the world's #1 swordsman is not fake. Chapter 128 Fur Tribe, advertisement on the bronze monument. The rankings are constantly being updated. In the morning, in a quiet sea. Going merry on deck, there was a burst of low voice. 9,993, 9,994.
9,999. Zoro lay on his back on the deck, exhaling hot air faintly from his mouth.
Zoro is the same as always, hard work, even in the middle of the night, I still haven't stopped my desire to become stronger. Zoro. What time is it and you haven't slept yet? Nami, rubbing her eyes, stepped out of the cabin.
As a navigator, she must always pay attention to the weather conditions and whether the ship is sailing correctly on the designated channel. Zoro. You are looking forward to it. Nami sat next to Zoro and asked softly. Ah, you mean, the gold list of navigation. Hearing this, Zoro turned up and looked at the bronze monument above the sky.
At this moment, an extremely discordant voice came into their ears behind them. Green algae head. What are you arguing about in the middle of the night? Believe it or not, I kicked your head off. Sanji also walked out of the cabin slowly. As the ship's cook, he needs to prepare breakfast for their companions. This is the first thing he does every day when he opens his eyes. Zoro. B********** D cook. Believe it or not, I'll chop you up right now. Seeing this scene, Nami shook his head helplessly, covering his forehead. Boom. Boom. Soon, the whole world was quiet. Zoro and Sanji, covering their heads, 2 lines of tears streaming down. Yo ho ho ho. Advertisement. As expected of Ms. Nami, she is so beautiful when she is angry.
Brook solemnly walked over to Nami's side. He saluted Nami very gentlemanly.
Miss Nami, can I have your panties? Boom. Boom. Roll. Brook, before finishing his sentence, was slashed by Nami. The Straw Hat Pirates are still the Straw Hat Pirates. Still as lively as ever, however, at this moment the entire nautical world is still in a state of sleep. Boom. 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 However, immediately after the bronze monument came deafening noises, as if the alarm clock in the morning woke up the entire nautical world. Navigation Gold List, Sword Heroes List, Swordsman List, number 58, Wanda. Famous swordsmanship, Beast Sword Assault, has the characteristic of the fur family, attaching the power of lightning to the weapon, and stabbing the opponent with a thrust. Swordsman ranking, number 52, Sicilian, famous swordsmanship, Beast Sword Half Moon, has the characteristics of the fur family, attaching the power of lightning to the weapon, and drawing a half-moon-shaped thunder and lightning strike. New World, Wano Kuni, Way of Ghosts Beasts Pirates, one of the 3 plagues, Drought, Jack, is leading a crowd to gather. Looking at the list of fur tribe members on the bronze monument, Drought, Jack and his subordinates became a little gloomy. Jack, brother, do you think we should take some countermeasures? If we attack rashly like this, A man with a pair of black horns on his head stepped forward and said to Jack. Huh? Do you think that I am weaker than those so-called swordsmen? Jack turned his head and looked at this subordinate with a displeased face. If it wasn't for the fact that he was his subordinate, Jack would have punched him to pieces. No, brother, I don't think so. Seeing Jack's extremely displeased expression, the subordinate hurriedly backed up a few steps and staggered to the ground. Advertisement: the man in front of the terrified king. Jack, with a domineering and cruel personality, is not only short-tempered but also very reckless. Never accept other people's questioning voices, and don't waste saliva if everything can be solved by force. Jack, anyway, it doesn't hurt to be prepared. At this time, Quinn walked over to the big signboard of Beasts Pirates and said to him. Oh, yes, brother, I'll prepare right away. Don't look at Jack's grumpy temper, but he is even more humble and respectful to Jin and Quinn, who are also 2 of the 3 major disasters. Whoever boards the voyage gold list will be rewarded. Judging from what we have learned before, the fur tribe is good at using swords, so this ranking of swordmasters will be of great benefit to them. Ask for flowers. They will become stronger after receiving the reward. Although, no matter what, they are impossible to be our opponents, but in order to avoid long nights and dreams, let's get rid of them as soon as possible. Jin's intention is already obvious, that is to destroy the Zuowu kingdom directly before the rewards are issued. Well, you are right, brother. Jin has already opened his mouth, what else does Jack need to think about, and he agrees without thinking. The famous sword technique, Spiral Slash, turns the wrist into a blade shape, and uses high-speed rotation to cut through the cruel moves of the opponent. On the other side, the country of Zou first update. Hearing this, Garrett bounced and ran to the side. Swordsman ranking, number 50, Diamante, the famous sword technique, Death Star Rain, raises the sword and slashes, causing huge physical damage to enemies in the range. The cat-bellied snake had a serious face, given Jalodi's Tianfu, if she learns the way of swordsmanship, she must have a place on the gold list. It didn't change at all because of saving a life in the hands of Mo Xiaobai before. Garrett told me to let you learn kendo, but you are disobedient and insist on learning martial arts. They all looked at the navigation gold list with joy on their faces. The pure-minded fur tribe didn't realize that a dangerous aura happened to be approaching them. The 49th place on the swordsman list, Daz bonus.
Sister Wanda, you are amazing. Roulotte said while nibbling the carrot with one hand.
P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. Hearing this, Jin nodded in satisfaction. At the same time,
during this period, the Voyage Gold List continued to announce the list of those who were on the list.
Garrett did not obey the cat-bellied snake like others. Boss, isn't this already in the past? Can you stop mentioning this? Chapter 129.
Advertisement. Immediately afterwards, there was another new change on the Navigation Gold List.
People all over the world immediately turned their attention to the bronze monument. On the sailing gold list, one after another swordsmen entered the list, and those who were not good at using swords felt a little regretful at this time. According to the previous ranking list, among those who have already been on the list, they are confident that many people will not be their opponents. However, navigating the sea gold list just wanted to give the swordsman a wave of benefits. Soon, the next person's ranking directly pushed the attention of the list to the forefront. Open black lens bracket sword heroes ranking 33rd. Tashigi close black lens bracket, the famous sword art, Zan Shigur, uses armament hockey to strengthen the attack power of the samurai sword, and releases 3 lightning-fast slashes at the opponent's sword dance. Another marine is on the list. Didn't it mean that none of the marines are good at swordplay?
What's going on? This Tashigi looks pretty strong. 940.
Yeah, look at your face, you don't look like an idle person. If combined with his status as a swordsman, then his ranking in the beauty list is a bit too low. Ha ha ha, Tashigi didn't expect you to grow to such an extent.
Smoker couldn't stop praising Tashigi when he saw Tashigi's name appearing on the Voyage Gold list. As Tashigi's guide, Smoker saw Tashigi on the list, and his face was full of pride.
Damn it. Just relying on the swordsmanship of a 3-legged cat like Marine can also be on the leaderboard, I'm so laughing.
What do you mean? Are you insulting our Marine?
HMPH, insult. You don't give your face a shine? From the point of view of swordsmanship alone, you really can't catch my eyes. Hey, shut up, don't you want to be hunted down endlessly by Marine? Ha 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 ha. Is it possible that I, the Golden Lion, are still afraid that they will not succeed in Marine? As soon as Golden Lion said this, the onlookers immediately stopped talking. Because, they know very well that this matter will soon be brought to the forefront.
How could Marine tolerate someone underestimating them so much?
This is a matter of face, and Marine never backs down. Golden Lion. Let you escape impelled down for a few years, it seems that you have healed your scars and forgot the pain. Then Marine Marshal Sengoku spoke. In an instant, the seas dived immediately. Advertisement none of them dared to bubble up. However, there are some big pirates who are not interested in Marine either. This seems to be the benefit of the Nautical Gold List, anyone can speak freely. As long as you are not afraid of being retaliated or wanted after the fact. For a while, the needlepoint was facing each other, and no one would let anyone else go. It all depends on Xiaobai. If he hadn't been suppressing the momentum of Marine headquarters, how would those pirates dare to shout at Marine so much? See, those pirates think that the situation is not lively enough, so they keep adding oil and vinegar. Xiaobai felt a little upset for a moment. Pirates are pirates. Give them a little sunshine and they will shine. Brother Bai, it might be a good thing to let the good boys of the Marines teach them a lesson. For that matter, Rayleigh did the same. He also really hates this kind of person who goes to the table on a stool and pokes with chopsticks. Follow Uncle Rayleigh, we'll just sit back and watch what Marine can do. If even these little hairy pirates can't deal with them, what qualifications do they have to be our opponents? Xiaobai now also doesn't want to see Marine collapse. If that's the case, and pirates cause trouble everywhere, then the world won't be in chaos. But now the pirates are rampant, just because Xiaobai stepped in, the situation that was originally full of strength suddenly tilted towards them. It also caused the prestige of Marine to plummet. Therefore, he doesn't want to participate anymore at the moment, or else he is really busy. At this moment, he still has more important things to accomplish, but he doesn't have much free time to deal with these little guys. When the two sides were at war, the light on the bronze monument dimmed instantly. At this moment, the whole world turned into darkness. Seeing this scene, people all over the world were shocked. What's going on here? Why did the sky get dark all of a sudden? The end of the world? In an instant, the entire nautical world was in panic. In fact, it's not that the world has become darker all of a sudden. Rather, the world seems to have gotten used to the light of the Nautical Gold List shining on the earth. Advertisement now this light suddenly disappeared, which made them feel that the world was dim. Fortunately, after a long time, the light above the bronze monument bloomed again. And this time's appearance directly dropped a heavy bomb on the entire nautical world. Everyone looked up, only to see the bronze monument, and a line of gold characters appeared on the surface of the monument. Nautical Gold List GNL Ladder Arena. Sword Hero Ladder, everyone can challenge the list. Those on the list cannot refuse, but they can choose to surrender. After choosing to surrender, they will not be able to challenge other listies within 1 month. The challenge site is chosen by the challenge. Wow. No, there is no way for a listee to refuse a challenge from others, which is a bit scary. Now it is even more terrifying than the previous personal combat power rankings. Yes. Everyone who is on the list is equivalent to standing naked in front of others. They are forced to accept challenges from others at any time. Those on the list can choose to skip the opponents they don't want to face, so as to challenge people with higher rankings. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all.
In other words, if you have a team standing behind you, you may not be able to dominate the leaderboard. If you let a few 1.0 great swordsmen stop you on the way to the leaderboard.
You guys, what are you doing in such a hurry? It's better to announce the rules, don't make a conclusion so early. It is more operable. Send those weaker swordsmen to enter the first half of the ranking. In this way, who else can threaten their ranking? Challenge requirements, the challenger spans 10 people at a time. And it is guaranteed that they will not be defeated by others, otherwise, if one person loses out of 10 people, it will be like a flood bursting its embankment. All the efforts they have made will come to naught. However, this kind of operability is only limited, and it is difficult to implement. The forces that want to operate in this way must have at least 10 swordsmen with absolute strength.
In this way, the maneuverability of the Janao ladder will be enhanced.
And those who have already been on the list can only challenge those who are within 10 ranks higher than you. Damn it. If it's a group of thousands of people, if we challenge one person, it will drag him down directly. The second more, you won't be stuck in this ranking just because you can't beat the person who ranks above you. In other words, before you are on the list, you can only challenge those who are ranked 90 or later. That's right, following the bronze monument, lines of text appeared again on the surface of the monument. Those who are weak on the list are called their stepping stones. Chapter 130. Hey, hold on, don't fall down advertisement. Challenge venue, you can choose any known location. This is too mysterious. This is countless times better than Devil Fruit's ability to heaven defying. Send 2 real people directly where they want to go. Damn it, I chose to go directly to Raftel, why are you talking nonsense? Laozi, I directly climbed to the top. Ha ha ha, you big B asterisk 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 D, do you look like one or are you stupid? The known virtual location, and after the winner is decided, the 2 challengers will return to their original location. Don't you understand? The environment is real, but I will send you back after the end, understand? Oh. Speaking of which, many people who wanted to take advantage of the loopholes instantly dispelled the idea of stealing chickens in their hearts. Interesting, it's getting more and more interesting now.
Who, do you dare to accept my challenge? Challenge, let me tell you how much you rank now, is there you on this list? It's true, who wouldn't brag? I said that I still want to challenge for the top 24 swordsmen.
What are you bragging about? You are still at the top of the list. Do you know who is at the top of the list? Don't tell me it's Hawkeye, everyone knows that. Hey, can you guys respect me? I said I want to challenge? Oh, well, uncle, what is your ranking now? Not yet, it's only now announced that there are more than 30 rankings, so how can I be in the top 10? Ha ha ha. That's the funniest joke I've heard today.
Top 10, I said uncle, is it better to make a draft first to brag?
Little hairy child. You actually despise this old man. When the old man conquered the sea, you were still pooping in crotch pants. Haha, Uncle Yin, who are you? You don't look like an honest person no matter what. Grandma's leg. Is it because I have kept a low profile for too long, or my generation has passed? I never thought that this old man will want to be himself one day, and declare himself a family. Little devils, listen up, my name is your grandpa, Shiki's nickname is Golden Lion. Once the captain of the Flying Pirates, Golden Lion Pirate Fleet Admiral, Flying Pirates. Oh, damn, can you give me some feedback, advertisement? After reporting his family, the response was so cold that Golden Lion almost lost his footing. No, it was flying.
Hey, what are you doing? You look pale, are you seeing a ghost?
He's the Golden Lion. That's right, Golden Lion, the ex-pirate gang. Isn't he just an outdated old pirate? Is there any problem? Damn, ignorance is too scary. Golden Lion, Shiki, Lion Fruit ability user. Along with Gore D. Roger and Whitebeard, Edward Newgate in the past, he was the first pirate to escape in the history of Impel Down. In this way, can you understand clearly? Hey, hold on, don't fall down. Come on, I thought it was some kind of great person, but I fainted from fright when I said that. Ha ha ha. My reputation as the Golden Lion is still alive. At the same time, the list of candidates on the bronze monument is still being refreshed. Hurry up, I can't wait to challenge, me too, the list has not been fully announced, I don't even know. How many ranks do you choose to challenge your opponent? Sword Heroes ranking. Number 31. Mole, famous swordsmanship, moonwalk waterfall slash, casts moonwalk, stands in the air, and armament hockey strengthens the weapon under the volley. Sword dance unleashes 3 lightning fast slashes towards the target. Sword Heroes ranking. Number 28. Foxfire, Kinemon. Famous swordsmanship, Foxfire flow fire willow flash. Rush towards the opponent at high speed and lift the blade forward, accompanied by the powerful thrust of the flame from the blade. It can penetrate the opponent's body and burn the opponent together with the flame. Swordsman ranking 24th place. Pedro, famous swordsmanship, beast sword Tang Lion. The sword energy transforms into form, like a fierce lion biting, causing terrifying cuts to the opponent. So strong. I feel that after the swordsmanship performed by these few listies, many onlookers were shocked. This level can not only be described as cool special effects. Advertisement, its attack power should not be underestimated. I didn't expect that this obscene uncle in cross-dressing is so good at swordsmanship. It's no wonder he's doing so well on top of the Paramecia list. I'm also curious about what this, Foxfire, Jineman does. He is obviously a swordsman, and his strength is quite strong. Why did he eat such a devil fruit? Hearing what you said, I'm also a little confused. This fruit of obedience has no effect on his own strength. I really don't understand why he wants to eat such a fruit. Don't guess. At this time, Foxfire, Kinemon himself spoke. Everyone was very curious. What was the reason that made him eat the fruit of obedience? Tell me, why? Hey, I'm greedy for a while. Accidents are pure accidents. Kinemon is a little helpless. He only heard about devil fruit, but he has never seen what devil fruit looks like at 840. It would be an accident to let him eat an unknown fruit. He just left Wano-kuni, the man was starving, there was nothing else he couldn't eat. Of course, as a warrior, he must save face. How could I tell others that I ate it when I was about to starve to death? Ha ha ha. I laughed so hard. Who made you greedy? Now it's better, not to mention becoming a landlubber in this life. It is a waste of a chance to make yourself stronger. A person can only eat one devil fruit, this is everyone's perception. As for Mo Xiaobai, that is an exception. People all over the world didn't connect him at all. If it's true, Mo Xiaobai doesn't know how many devil fruits he is pregnant with. It is still unknown how much the elemental fruit contains in Logia devil fruit. For the time being, treat the elemental fruit as a devil fruit. As for Mo Xiaobai, the currently known ones are spatial fruit and elemental fruit. In this way, at least Mo Xiaobai does not have two different devil fruits. Chapter 131 Navigation Gold List, Swordsmanship Ladder. Advertisement boom. Boom. Just as the melon-eating crowd were talking freely, the bronze monument once again shone with light.
People were also attracted by this movement. At this time, people with sharp eyes noticed that there was a line of inconspicuous and easily overlooked small characters on the surface of the steel.
Navigation Gold List. Swordsmanship ranking. Many people have murmured out the words revealed in this line. What does this sword skills challenge list mean? Is it to let the people on the list use their sword skills to fight each other? It shouldn't be, then it's on the swordsman ranking list, isn't there no difference? They are all judged according to their strength, why should there be another ranking list of swordsmanship? Wait, there is still a line of words below, sword skills. According to the rules of the skill ladder list, everyone can challenge once a day, and the number of challenges is refreshed every morning. The number of challenges is not cumulative. After starting the challenge, the challenger will be sent to a virtual space, and then a scarecrow will appear, and the challenger only needs to attack it. Scarecrow? Who do you look down on? Take a scarecrow to test our sword skills? Is this mocking us? Sword return skills challenge list. I just swung the knife casually. If the scarecrow is still intact, I will swallow him. Although they all said this in their mouths, their actions have already betrayed them. While they were pointing fingers at the bronze monument. On the bronze monument ushered in the first person on the sword skill ladder ranking. Swordsmanship ladder ranking. Number 1. Foxfire, Kinemon. Swordsmanship. Foxfire style, make the blade appear flames and attack the opponent with your own superb swordsmanship. If at the moment when the sword is drawn to attack the enemy, the large flames will be able to injure the opponent even more. Its esoteric meaning is, to burn and cut everything with fire, or to cut everything with fire. In addition, Jineman can also use flame to stop bleeding from wounds. Wow, is this wretched man so strong? This list ranks first. Advertisement, really or not, have we always been at a low point for him? Ha ha ha, everyone, I am not talented, ha 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 ha. What the hell, Foxfire, Kinemon, would you like a B-face? When you opposed it, you were the most powerful, now you are the first one. I'm not me. I'm going to try my hand at the risk. I'm going to help the friends to understand first. Right, if there is any danger or something, I can go and notify the big guys. Well, yes, then we all have to thank you. If you say thank you, you will be exempted. I believe you, Ghost. You wretched uncle is very bad. Haha, that's how it is. Although, no one would scoff at Foxfire, Kinemon's approach, but it has to be said that Foxfire, Kinemon made a good start. Everyone in the nautical world has understood what this swordsmanship ladder is all about. You see, another person is challenging. At this moment, a line of text appeared on the surface of the bronze monument under the Foxfire, Kinemon. After seeing the above content clearly, many people were surprised. Swordsmanship ladder ranking. Second place, Joker, Buggy. Swordsmanship. Fragmentation clown throwing knife. Use chop fruit's ability to fly out the arm holding the throwing knife to attack the opponent. Silence. Ha 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 ha, the captain is mighty. Sure enough, Captain Buggy is my godlike man. The thrown knife that was thrown away casually was able to reach the second place on the list. Little ones, follow me well, one day, I will take you to the top of the world. Ah ha 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 ha, red hair pirates, yo, Buggy. Ha ha ha, Buggy is on the list again. Shanks, seeing Buggy in second place, burst out laughing. Shanks, this can be on the list, and it's still ranked second. Isn't this swordsmanship ladder list a little too watery? Ben Beckman looked at the words that appeared on the bronze monument, his expression a little embarrassed. Advertisement, however, it is not surprising that he has such an idea, not only him, but most people in the entire nautical world think this way. Because, Buggy's knife is indeed unflattering. What the hell is this? Is this all on the list? Those onlookers saw that Buggy's knife can be on the list, and they were speechless in an instant. However, the changes that followed immediately gave them a perfect answer to the confusion in their hearts. Swordsmanship ranking. Number 1. Brook. Swordsmanship. No song 3 ding arrow tail slash. Dash quickly sends out extreme slashes from the crutch sword instantly, and the person who is slashed will be unconscious. Silently, he realized that he was hit by the huge impact and fell down.
Asterisk. Brook. Why is it on the list but no ranking is displayed? Why is this? Many people have begun to be confused.
Even, Brook's no song 3 ding fentail cut, the power could not surpass Kinemon's Foxfire flow. It can't be weaker than Buggy's shattered clown throwing knife. At this moment, everyone looked at each other in blank dismay, and couldn't figure out why they came here for a while. Moments later, however, Brook's ranking was revealed. Swordsmanship ranking. First place, Brook. Swordsmanship, no song 3 ding arrow tail cut. But, Foxfire, Kinemon was squeezed to the second place. Needless to say, Joker, Buggy came to the third place.
Seeing this series of changes to knew how everyone suddenly realized.
It is already obvious that the order on the list at this moment is only temporary. The reason why even a swordsman like Buggy can be on the list is purely because, now, only the 3 of them choose to climb the ladder. Therefore, according to the ladder list, the ranking principle of my characteristics, the first move first to the list, it's as simple as that. Of course, this is of no use, but if you want to show your face in the whole world and increase your popularity, it's still a good choice. Just like now, Joker, Buggy, his actions brought him a lot of attention. The name of the Buggy Express company skyrocketed again in an instant. Chapter 132 The Pirates in Legendary.
Advertisement. Gia ha 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 ha. Golden Lion, watching this scene, felt a little excited.
I didn't expect that Shiki, would be known by everyone. Golden Lion, Shiki is a little bit emotional, he has disappeared for many years. I didn't expect to enter the eyes of the world again in such a way. Immediately, Golden Lion, Shiki looked at the bronze monument and meditated on the challenge in his heart. He only felt a vast expanse of whiteness in front of him, and the next moment, he was in the sky above and impelled down. This is the place he has always wanted to go to. Once here, he lost both legs. This has always been the place he wanted to destroy. Lion. Thousand Slice Valley. The next moment, the Golden Lion kicked several sword oars towards impelled down, enough to cut several pieces of thick water like a mountain. Boom. 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 However, the intense scene of impelled down did not appear. A peach grass man who seemed about to collapse appeared in front of impelled down. Absorbed all the attacks of the Golden Lion on it.
Immediately afterwards, Scarecrow White burst into light.
Dazzling whiteness filled Golden Lion's eyeballs, forcing him to close his eyes tightly. When he opened his eyes again, he found that he had left the virtual 530 space and returned to the place where he came back. Swordsmanship ranking. Number 1, Golden Lion, Shiki. Swordsmanship. Lion. Thousand Slice Valley, kicked out multiple sword chi enough to cut several pieces of thick water like a mountain. Lethality and horror. Seeing this news, people all over the world are boiling. Marine Headquarters, Shiki, you be *******D, you're not dead yet. Sengoku clenched his fists when he saw Golden Lion's name on the gold list. Garp. I didn't expect that B*********D Shiki to have such a life. After so many years, he is still alive and well. Looking at the swordsmanship he used, his strength has not regressed at all. Sengoku, with a serious face, was very troubled by the Golden Lion, the great pirate of the last century. Advertisement many years ago, the scene of my battle with him is still vivid in my memory. New world, unknown seas, boom, a huge submarine rushed out of the sea. There was a huge wave of 100 meters high. I saw a tall and strong man with long gold hair, earmuffs on his head, and a CEDJ, military uniform walked out of the cabin and came to the deck. Golden Lion, I really didn't want to die, you old B********D is still alive. Ha 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 ha, hey, no, the Golden Lion, the big pirate named after Whitebeard and Roger, is still alive. This is so shocking, this trick is too strong. Even the sea can be split into countless pieces. There is suspense now, yeah, it's hard to talk about the swordsman list and the swordsmanship ladder now. What do you know, Golden Lion is definitely better than Hawkeye. Let me just put it this way, Roger is better than Whitebeard? Faced with this difficult question, everyone answered, almost, the same strength, and so on. Which Hawkeye is better than Roger? Damn, are you questioning my IQ? It must be Roger. Do you still have to ask? But anyone with a little brain would answer like this. That's right, I think so too. Then isn't the order of the list for the next game obvious? Golden Lion and Luo, Whitebeard named, how could he be weaker than Hawkeye? Although Hawkeye is the strongest swordsman in the new era, I feel that there is still a certain gap between him and Golden Lion. It's not unreasonable for you to say that. No matter what, before the list is announced, it's just our guess. Let's continue to watch the rankings announced on the Voyage Gold List. New World, in an old castle, Golden Lion, advertisement. Hawkeye muttered in his mouth. This level of swordsmanship is indeed above me. However, Golden Lion, if you want to rely on this trick to reach the top of the swordsmanship ladder, then you are a bit out of the ordinary. Hawkeye, though, spoke highly of the Golden Lion's swordsmanship. However, he is very clear that if the Golden Lion is only like this, he will have no chance to reach the top. Because, there is another person in front of them. This person is Xiaobai. Although Hawkeye has never seen Xiaobai attack with all his strength, he can be sure that he is not qualified enough to surpass Xiaobai with the Golden Lion's level of swordsmanship. Originally, Hawkeye was the biggest favorite to win the championship in the eyes of everyone in the world. Well now, the appearance of the Golden Lion has made the ending of this game less clear. Just when people in the nautical world have different opinions. On the bronze monument, a burst of dazzling light emanates. Sword Heroes ranking. Number 21. Inu Lan, Swordsmanship of Fame, Dog Daefeng.
Fur Clan, A combat move in the Moon Lion form, sprints at full speed when rushing towards the opponent, and pierces the target with a sword leg wrapped around electricity.
Open black lens bracket sword heroes ranking 18th. Brook close black lens bracket famous swordsmanship. Song of looting Fubuki slash. Advance at a high speed, wield the death sword of the soul, and slash quickly in an instant. The person who is cut will be unconscious, and the wound will freeze silently. By the time the enemy notices it, it will be too late. Then instantly shattered. Open black lens bracket sword heroes ranking 16th place. Charlotte Smoothie close black lens bracket. Swordsmanship of fame. Moisture sword using the ability to squeeze fruit. It grows its body huge and cuts pink forward, a giant sword that can split the sea in half. Wow. Brook is on the list again. I didn't expect that his sword on the swordsmanship ranking list was not his strongest blow. According to this, he still has a little bit of strength left. It depends on whether you will launch another challenge to be on the list after midnight tonight. However, this Charlotte Smoothie's sword is indeed powerful, but compared with the Golden Lion's sword, it's not so interesting. Yes. The pirates in Legendary are indeed so powerful that it makes one's scalp tingle. Every slash can divide the sea. Although the swordsman ranking can still be used to announce the Golden Lion's ranking, the entire nautical world seems to agree that the Golden Lion's ranking will definitely occupy the top 3. Chapter 133. Everyone shouts and slaps the jeweled. Advertisement since Golden Lion Shiki appeared on the Nautical Gold List, the entire sailing world seems to be paying attention to his position on the sword hero list. After all, for pirates in Legendary like Golden Lion, if they miss this opportunity, they may never have the chance to see him again.
Golden Lion can also be called an era. Roger was sentenced to death many years ago, and the era of Whitebeard is coming to an end. How long can Golden Lion, the man who used to keep pace with them, go? Sword Heroes ranking. 15th place. Foil, Beasta.
Fame swordsmanship. Rose Rondo jump up into the air when making a move, wield double swords at the same time, look down and emit a large number of red rose petals, cutting enemies from all directions. Sword Heroes ranking. 14th place. Cavendish. Famous swordsmanship. Magian Swan Lake turn over and jump to the top of the opponent in a handstand position, and then use Durandal to perform a gorgeous rotating attack on the surrounding targets. The shining attack like dancing ballet can cut down all the surrounding targets in one breath. Cavendish is so handsome. If Cavendish could look at me, I'd be willing to die. See the picture of Cavendish performing swordsmanship appearing on the bronze monument. Those female onlookers suddenly showed nympho smiles one by one. One by one screamed loudly, cheering for Cavendish. The gang of men he provoked were helpless. That, the majority of female compatriots, 11. Cavendish can't hear your crazy shouts, it's up to you. Boom. As soon as the man who spoke and reminded opened his mouth, he immediately felt that countless pairs of evil eyes like hungry wolves looked at him fiercely. It turned out that the moment he opened his mouth, he provoked dissatisfaction with the girl. Come on, isn't it just a little boy, what a big deal. Look, performing a sword technique is the same as doing acrobatics. It's fancy, I don't know what it's doing, it's not good enough. If I bump into this, see if I will tear him apart. This time, the evaluations of the male compatriots were a little strange, but they became uniform. Advertisement Cavendish, ranked 14th, is a bit overrated. They all thought this way in their hearts. If they were allowed to vote conditionally, then Cavendish's ranking would definitely fall out of 100 places. He was ranked 101st, but he was not allowed to be on the list, and he was allowed to hide in a corner and struggle. Although, Cavendish is not good at attacking power. However, his sword skills are not as unbearable as they say. Speed, and sometimes even more, is an essential point for a Janshin. Therefore, it is reasonable for Cavendish to be in this ranking. However, the jealousy of the majority of male compatriots is also very powerful. Snort. What's the use of saying so much, who dares to challenge me? Feeling the one-sided comments, Cavendish was very dissatisfied. Cavendish, currently the 14th place on the Nautical Gold List, follows the previously announced challenge rules. There is 24th place, and those who go up the list are eligible to challenge him. Immediately, many people began to look for those who could challenge Cavendish on the bronze monument. Swordsman ranking 24th place. Pedro. Sword Heroes ranking 23rd place, Ghost Spider. Open black lens bracket Sword Heroes ranking 18th. Brook close black lens bracket, Swordsman ranking, 17th place, Denjiro. Open black lens bracket Sword Heroes ranking 16th place, Charlotte Smoothie close black lens bracket. Sword Heroes list, 15th place, Foil, Star. Brook, King of Souls, you go challenge Cavendish. We know you can do it. You are ranked 2nd in the swordsmanship ladder, we know that you are like chopping melons and vegetables when you kill a Cavendish. Brook, you are a challenge, let us vent your anger on our male compatriots.
In an instant, many male compatriots were exhausted, wanting to encourage those qualified to challenge the list to challenge Cavendish.
However, just when everyone wanted to take ridicule, a picture was reflected on the bronze monument. On an empty square, a middle man wearing a helmet engraved with a double-headed dragon pattern, with a fierce expression, appeared in the picture. Advertisement. Asking for flowers. The person who confronted him was Cavendish, whom everyone feared. Huh? Who is this man? Seeing this scene, many people were a little confused, and they all rubbed their eyes, some couldn't believe it. And many people have checked the ranking on the Navigation Gold List again. Sword Heroes ranking 23rd place, Ghost Spider. I'm going. It turned out to be Vice Admiral, the Marine Headquarters, Ghost Spider. It's no wonder, compared to Cavendish, Marine was more disliked by them, so they subconsciously blocked Marine.
Marine can do it. It's only ranked 23rd, just enough to qualify for the challenge. If we lose, won't we raise this damned Cavendish arrogance again?
I told you not to worry about it. The Ghost Spider is not a vegetarian either. In addition to being proficient in the 6 forms, he also masters the return of life. He can make his hair move as flexibly as his arms. This Ghost Spider is so worthy of its name. Snort. If he wants to, what kind of double sword style, 3 sword style? Find out about the 8 swords style. With this kind of appearance, it is impossible to shake his position as the most beautiful man in the world.
P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all.
Soon, everyone's attention was focused on the image projected from the bronze monument. However, the Nautical Gold List seems to be more impatient than people in reality.
For those damned jealousies. Countdown. The two sides did not attack immediately, but confronted each other.
In the middle of the sky above the two of them, a huge hourglass appeared.
Talk about something and nothing. Marine, are you going to challenge me?
All right. Cavendish's tone was full of arrogance. He was very unimpressed by ugly people like ghost spiders. The second update. Long time, beauty? I'm not interested in such things at all. However, just because your sword skills are ranked above me, I feel a little unhappy.
Chapter 134 Ranked Gatekeeper. Advertisement. Apparently, the hourglass has started counting. And the moment the hourglass countdown ends is the end of the battle. For challengers, there is no penalty for challenge failure.
However, if the person on the list is successfully challenged, he will face the penalty for falling directly out of the leaderboard. Even, it is impossible to challenge the list within a few days.
This punishment is fatal to those who make the list.
Unable to challenge for 10 days, this is equivalent to losing the opportunity to challenge others for 10 days. That is the opportunity to climb the list. In this way, they are likely to be unable to return to their initial rankings at the moment when the rewards are issued. HMPH. It looks like you're very confident in yourself, Orb Spider. Cavendish said with a rose in his mouth. This expression caused the girls in this world to scream. However, Ghost Spider didn't intend to continue wasting his tongue with him. A Marine 6 Styles has already appeared in front of him. There was no trace of emotion on Ghost Spider's face, and he slashed at him without hesitation. Ding! Cavendish raised his sword to resist. It looks like I underestimated it for nothing. Immediately, Cavendish pushed violently, and he turned sideways to distance himself from the Ghost Spider. Immediately afterwards, Cavendish gave a low drink. Beautiful sword Bluebird. In an instant, Durandal made a powerful straight attack on the Ghost Spider. His speed was very fast. During the thrust, a stream of air was generated around the sword. The power of this thrust cannot be underestimated. Life returned. Seeing this, the Ghost Spider muttered inwardly. The next moment, 3 pairs of arms grew out of his back, and now he looks like a spider. Bang! There was a muffled sound. Next second, a scene that shocked all the onlookers appeared. What? Blocked. Cavendish. A quick stab. It was blocked by the pair of tentacled arms behind the Ghost Spider. The tentacle-like hand behind the Ghost Spider directly and firmly grasped Cavendish's sword. Stand still. Ghost Spider figure, in place, not because of this stab of Cavendish. But there was no slightest shake, and the footsteps did not bring the slightest movement. Block. Block? Advertisement. The onlookers looked at each other in shock. However, the horrified expression on their faces immediately turned into an excited expression. Let me just say, this Cavendish is a flamboyant fist. What kind of swordsman wood expulsion is named 14th? Isn't this nonsense? Look, Cavendish, a full thrust, so easy. The Ghost Spider blocked it. The Ghost Spider looked down at the angry Cavendish with a look of contempt, and couldn't help shaking his head and sighing. Is this the only person who ranks 14th on the list of swordmasters? Puff. As soon as the words fell, the Ghost Spider scraped Cavendish's chest with a knife, and bloody flowers flew in the air. Damn it, it's too bad, Cavendish shouted angrily. I saw Cavendish close his eyes. In an instant, Cavendish's entire body gradually began to change. In the next second, Cavendish suddenly opened his eyes, as if he had changed into a different person. His face became a little weird. Whoosh! The next moment, Cavendish disappeared from everyone's sight. Call out! Cavendish is on the move at high speed. His speed is so fast that not only the naked eye cannot catch him. At this moment, the Ghost Spider unexpectedly found that his own knowledge and knowledge were also sleeping and could not catch his figure. Puff! The Ghost Spider stared. A spatter of blood appeared on his left shoulder. Puff! This time, it was his right shoulder. Life returned. The Ghost Spider once again cast Life Return. His speed has improved again. A gleam of red light flashed in his eyes. The Ghost Spider, with armament hockey covering his arm, slashed towards his right side fiercely. The katana cut across Cavendish's body. However, the blood mist and blood flowers did not appear at all. He didn't even dare to hold the slightest bit of strength in his hand. Cavendish figure, it disappeared from his vision in an instant. Just now, what he hit was only the afterimage of Cavendish. Boom. Boom. Advertisement. Boom. Ghost Spider armament hockey covers the whole body. And Cavendish kept waving the weapon in his hand towards him. After Cavendish summoned the second personality, the whole situation was completely reversed. At this time, Cavendish had completely gained the upper hand. Wow, if this continues, I think the ghost spider will be gone. Needless to say, I don't know how to read it. The ghost spider can't keep up with Cavendish's speed at all. The result of this challenge is already obvious. Yes, I have to admit that Cavendish's ranking on the navigation gold list is quite accurate. At least it's not something that can be challenged by a difference of more than 10 rankings. Soon, this scene will definitely come to an end. Facing Cavendish, who was going like a lunatic, the ghost spider had no power to parry.
Although, Cavendish's attack did not cause any substantial damage to the ghost spider.
However, he has no temper for Cavendish's permission. This kid's speed is really too fast. Before long, the hourglass dropped a grain of sand behind him. This means that this duel is over, and the ultimate winner is obvious. It's Cavendish. Ghost Spider challenge failed. Cavendish defended successfully and obtained the ultimate physical recovery potion. Lie down, Joker, Buggy. Don't challenge him 30 times, but he is still on the leaderboard. That means that, Joker, Buggy.
Ha ha ha, what is your ranking, and who do you want to challenge?
That person, who just wanted to challenge Buggy, did find that behind Buggy's ranking, there is a line of text that other people on the list don't have. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all.
This shit, I can't help it anymore, I'm going to challenge.
Cut. I don't believe what you say. Sword Heroes ranking, 9th place, Joker, Buggy. Brother, I just want to remind you, on the ranking list of Swordmasters, Buggy is the gatekeeper of the ranking. Seeing this line of text, everyone was dumbfounded on the spot. Be challenged 30 times. After you challenge, you will understand what 5.6 means to cry without tears. What do you mean? Has defeated at least 30 or more challengers. I am not on the list for the time being, but I want to challenge the Swordsman list, the 90th place, Joker, Buggy. What? I didn't expect the winners of the challenge to get rewards. Chapter 135 God of Luck Advertisement, ahahaha. A group of ignorant juniors dared to challenge you and me. Ahahaha. Buggy put his hands on his hips, looked up to the sky and laughed. Hey, I'm so unlucky. I'm unlucky too. Why challenge the clown, Buggy? What's the matter? Tell me quickly. Don't you just challenge the person with the lowest ranking? Do you need to make this look? Hey, it's hard to describe in one word. If you don't experience it yourself, you won't feel that kind of despair. Desperate? No way. Is it Buggy the Clown? Many people also thought that there was a rumor that Joker, Buggy was once a crew member of the One Piece Roger Pirates. He is an old acquaintance with the current 4 emperors, Red Hair, Shangus. Hey, it's not true. The clown, Buggy, has been challenged 100 times. Everyone looked at the bronze monument one after another. Sure enough, the number 100 points appeared after the ranking of Buggy the Clown. Accept 100 challenges without losing, ever victorious. Just as everyone was horrified, a dazzling light shot out from the bronze monument 24. This is a reward for those who are victorious in all battles. The clown, Buggy, the reward for winning all battles, Devil Fruit's ability is improved. Seeing this scene, the entire nautical community was dumbfounded. Those who challenged Buggy were even more weeping. What the hell, Chop Fruit, can already be called the nemesis of Swordsman. Now, let his ability improve again, so wouldn't he be invincible in the face of Swordsman? Immediately afterwards, some scenes of Buggy's battles were reflected on the bronze monument. It was supposed to be an exciting moment, but after seeing the picture, everyone fell silent. In the screen, Buggy is always in a posture with his hands on his hips and laughing. If not, the opponents slashing at him have changed one by one. I really thought it was just one picture. Damn, why don't you be so disgusting? Can this still be fun? Advertisement, just stand there so you can't see it even if you cut it. Helpless in capital letters. However, those who were already ranked above him were secretly rejoicing. Fortunately, Buggy's ranking is at the bottom. If it is in the top few, it will really piss others off. Yes, Chop Fruit is clearly the nemesis of Swordsman. Now that his ability has improved again, it seems that it will be even more difficult to meet him. Look, Buggy's ranking has changed. At this moment, a melon-eating crowd exclaimed. Everyone also looked towards the bronze monument. Originally, the 90th place on the Swordsman list had been replaced by Baron Dandan. Ha, clown, Buggy, this kind of pure luck will eventually lose. Now, come on. Finally someone swept him out of the leaderboard. Seeing that Buggy's name disappeared from the Swordsman list, everyone looked gloating. You guys, have you missed your mark? Buggy is still on the leaderboard. What? In the next moment, those swordsmen who were not on the list will be shocked for a while, scanning the ranking list from bottom to top. Sure enough, Buggy's name is still firmly on the Nautical Gold List. Sword Heroes ranking, number 80, Joker, Buggy, why? I have nothing to say. Seeing the picture of Buggy winning, everyone shook their heads helplessly. Buggy still looked up to the sky and laughed, and after the time was up, it turned out to be Buggy's victory.
The reason is even more frustrating. The opponent's effective attack, and its low level determined the victory of Zongji.
New World, Unknown Seas Red Forcex, congratulations, Buggy. If this continues, I think we will be able to touch each other soon. However, if we still have to compete in the future, don't be foolish. I'm afraid I can't help hockey and you'll be confused. Ha. Advertisement, Redhead, Shanks, laughing at Buggy's ranking. I didn't expect that Buggy's ability is so powerful. Ben Beckman took a puff of his cigar, feeling a little surprised in his heart. Of course, Buggy is a crew member of One Piece, ha ha ha.
Seeing that Shanks had Zhang Er's expression, Beckman also shook his head helplessly.
Hydra Island, Buggy, you're getting stronger again. Seeing Buggy's rise in the rankings, Rayleigh also had some feelings in his heart. Only a handful of his former crew remained. Seeing that their lives are getting better and better, he also sincerely wishes for them.
Haha, Uncle Rayleigh, Buggy is my crew member you used to be. Compared to others, Mo Xiaobai paid more attention to Buggy.
He was also a little curious about how far Buggy's luck could take him. Brother Bai, I didn't expect you to pay attention to Buggy. Rayleigh was also a little surprised. He knew Buggy's strength very well, and being able to climb to this position seemed like luck. Almost at the same time, there was another commotion on the bronze monument. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. Mo Xiaobai looked at the bronze monument and said with a slight 420 smile. Sword of Fame. Roll Pretzel 4th more. Open black lens bracket Sword Heroes ranking 10th. Trafalgar Law close black lens bracket. Wrap the high-frequency electric shock generated by Op Fruit on the field sword, Ghost Cry, carried. When the high-frequency high-voltage current wrapped around the tip of the blade comes into contact with the opponent's body, the tissue is heated and the target is cut into several pieces. I'm just curious, I also want to see how long this lucky god tier will last. Sword Heroes List, number 13, Ghost Lady, Charlotte Armand. He didn't expect that an existence of Mo Xiaobai's level would pay attention to Buggy's level. The sword copied from the biscuit armor continuously rotates and stabs forward to the opponent, and can emit a spiral sword aura, which is extremely powerful. The opponent hit by this move will not be able to join the body together for a few minutes, no matter how they deal with it or even use the ability of Devil Fruit. Sword Heroes ranking, 9th place, Charlotte Cracker. Swordsmanship of Fame, high-frequency scalpel sword of fame, slow ballad. Slowly but powerfully slash at the opponent with the famous sword Whitefish, inflicting pain on the opponent. Chapter 136 I want to keep a low profile too, advertisement. Hydra Island, almost forgot about this kid, the 10-year agreement should be almost here. When Mo Xiaobai saw Luo appearing on the Nautical Gold List, his eyes lit up. He also murmured in his mouth. Mo Xiaobai also echoed the scene of conquering Luo Shi to the end 7 years ago. Room Slaughterhouse. Luo clenched one hand behind his back into a claw, and a global space suddenly enlarged with him as the center. Covering towards where Mo Xiaobai is. Mo Xiaobai, of course, knows the horror of Luo's move. In this space, Luo can transform objects at will, and can cut objects or creatures into several pieces and reassemble them within the scope of his control. A separated creature cannot die, suffer pain, or bleed. However, this life can be said to be under Luo's control. R.O. Haven't thought it through yet? Seeing this scene, a smile appeared on the corner of Mo Xiaobai's mouth. HMPH. I really don't know how ridiculous it is for me to surrender to you as a nobody. Luo, look at Mo Xiaobai, a brat who dares to treat him like this, and then uses his Devil Fruit ability, wanting to teach him lesson. It seems that you won't choose if you don't show some strength. Mo Xiaobai didn't dodge, and covered himself in the spherical space arbitrarily. Seeing this scene, an evil smile appeared on the corner of Luo's mouth. No one has ever escaped his slaughterhouse, call out. The next moment, Luo hooked his finger, and instantly exchanged positions with a stone behind Mo Xiaobai. The ghost cry in his hand has pointed at Mo Xiaobai's back. As long as he exerts a little force, Mo Xiaobai's heart will be pushed out by him. However, the next second really surprised him to the point of doubting his life. When he was about to use his strength, there was nowhere Mo Xiaobai in front of his eyes. He flinched in an instant. Impossible. What the hell is going on? Advertisement. Why is this kid so fast? Luo frowned and looked around vigilantly. Do you think that in this energy body, you are the master? I know you can teleport in this space, but I can tell you that my speed is beyond your imagination. For example, before the words finished, Mo Xiaobai had appeared behind Luo, and his palm was already on Luo's neck. Sensing the threat of death, Luo's eyes froze. Instantly cast the fruit ability to teleport. However, no matter how he moves, Mo Xiaobai seems to be integrated with him. Wherever Luo flashed, Mo Xiaobai appeared at the same time, and the hand holding his neck didn't move a bit. That's impossible. Who the hell are you? Luo was a little flustered. The sense of oppression brought by Mo Xiaobai made him a little suffocated. I've said it before, I'm your future master. While speaking, Mo Xiaobai let go of his neck. The next moment, Luo also released Devil Fruit's ability, watching Mo Xiaobai without opening his mouth for a long time. I can't go with you yet, I still have important things to do. Luo said, looking at Mo Xiaobai with firm eyes. Oh, no problem, tell me a deadline, and see if I'm willing to wait for you. It is enough to have a Rayleigh beside Mo Xiaobai, so he has no intention of letting Rome follow him. 10 years. 10 years later, if I am still alive, I will definitely come to you. From Luo's eyes, it can be seen that he is very determined, and he must accomplish something. Okay, I promise you, however, I want to remind you that you don't die before that. Immediately, Mo Xiaobai patted him on the shoulder and handed him a life card. It just disappeared from his sight. Wano Kuni, the capital. The most prosperous area of Wano Kuni and the area where the rulers lived. A tavern corner, a man looked at the life card in his hand with some fascination. Advertisement. The man was none other than Trafalgar Law. And the life card in his hand was given to him by Mo Xiaobai. Damn it. I actually believed it. Luo laughed at himself and put away the life card. Interestingly, Mo Xiaobai didn't tell himself his name at all that day. More than 10 years have passed, and the change in Mo Xiaobai's appearance has made him unrecognizable. At this moment, he wondered for a while why he believed that boy. Mo Xiaobai. Although I don't know who you are, you have caused me a lot of trouble. He searched and collected all the way Doflamingo's clues about making devil fruit. It is also found that the biggest buyer of Doflamingo is Kaido, one of the 4 emperors. When Luo was ready to prepare for Darius Rosa to solve Doflamingo, he discovered that the kingdom of Darius Rosa, already liberated, Doflamingo was kicked out by a man named Mo Xiaobai. That's why Luo appeared alone in Wano-kuni, Qian Zhao's. The point is, Mo Xiaobai did not kill Doflamingo, which made Luo depressed with Doflamingo's ability. This is obviously impossible. Mo Xiaobai came out of nowhere and intervened randomly, which directly disrupted his plan.
In Japan, Luo has also been hiding in the most crowded tavern, that is, in order not to be so eye-catching while inquiring about news.
It is not difficult at all to make a comeback. Can I leave Wano-kuni standing upright? So Luo can be said to be isolated and helpless now, a group of people panicking alone. Who is Kaido? Let him know that he is after the man-made devil fruit thing. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. Ranked 10th on the Swordsman list, this attention is really scary. This is something that can be understood with the asterisk. Doflamingo is here to seek refuge with Kaido. It's really impossible to keep a low profile. Obviously, the reality is also very obvious. This made him a little baffled, but his name appeared on the Nautical Gold List, which made many people pay attention to him. First update. Luo traced all the way and found that Doflamingo had entered the territory of Wano-kuni. Chapter 137. Ignorance will kill you. Advertisement. Trafalgar Law. Where do you want to go? Trafalgar Law, walking on the street, heard a ghostly voice behind him. Hearing this, Luo cursed inwardly and stopped in his tracks. Ka. I don't know, what is the great swordsman who ranks 10th on the swordsman list, sneaking into our Wano-kuni? At this time, a tall man with a high nose bridge, thick lips and flushed cheeks walked on herringbone sandals with bare feet. Wearing a traditional vest and robe, an ugly man appeared in Luo's field of vision. Shower Rain. Kanjuro. Some information about this person quickly appeared in Luo's mind. During the time at Wano-kuni, Luo also collected a lot of relevant information through various means. Some information of Wano-kuni's current general, Kurozumi Orochi, and Kanjuro, Storm Rain, is Kurozumi Orochi's subordinate. Kanjuro, Wano-kuni doesn't seem to be a closed country, can't I come to Wano-kuni to play? Luo also pretended to be calm, and asked Kanjuro back. Crack. Trafalgar Law, do you think I'm so easy to deceive? You were discovered by us on the first day you appeared in Wano-kuni, you think you are an outsider. How can we collect so much inside information at Wano-kuni? It's all because I intend to pass 207 to you to know, how strong do you think your latent ability is? Kanjuro said with a sinister expression. Hey, what a hassle. Luo, with a sigh, he actually found himself being despised. Room slaughterhouse. Immediately, Luo clasped his hands back into claws and let out a low drink. A global space suddenly enlarged around him, headed towards Kanjuro's position and covered it. Luo, who took few shots at Wano-kuni, barely had a few shots. Koro's whereabouts in Wano-kuni can be said to be completely exposed under Kanjuro's surveillance. His every move fell into Kanjuro's eyes. He also did research on Luo's ability. Painting Sparrow. Kanjuro first used the writing brush he carried as a medium to draw a chestnut-colored head and nape. The face is white, and the lips are a peculiar sparrow with a sausage mouth. Advertisement. Kanjuro flew directly onto the sparrow in the painting. Immediately afterwards, let his body quickly rise into the air and escape from the range of effect of the slaughterhouse. Trafalgar Law, I know your skills are a bit heaven-defying, but as long as they are not within your skill range, you have nothing to do with us.
Ka. Kanjuro, seeing that Luo's skill range stopped here, sat on the sparrow in the painting and laughed wildly.
Seeing this scene, Luo frowned slightly, his face became a little serious. It looks like they are all prepared. Kanjuro already knew about Luo's ability, so he cautiously distanced himself from Lola. As long as it doesn't appear within Luo's skill range, he has nothing to do with himself. Okay, then you stay on the top and watch the scenery slowly.
Then, a sneer appeared on the corner of Luo's mouth, and the figure disappeared from Kanjuro's sight.
Kanjuro always wanted to keep a distance from Luo, but he forgot that he himself didn't seem to have effective long-range strike skills. There is nothing Luo can do about him, and he has no temper in the same way as Luo. Right now, Luo directly used the distance between the two to escape from his field of vision. However, Luo seems to have somewhat underestimated Kurozumi Orochi's reign in Wano-kuni at the moment. It is not so easy for him to escape. Call out, call out. Sonar guides arrows. At this time, a man who looked like a bat, wearing a horned hat and a dark leather jacket shot many arrows at Luo in succession.
Luo, with his knowledge and senses, he could feel the bow and arrow rushing towards him above his head.
He took a quick step towards the side, and the next moment, several bows and arrows were instantly nailed to the position he said just now.
Boom, boom. In an instant, a large crack appeared on the rocky ground.
It seems that the power of these arrows is very powerful. HMPH. If you think that you can keep me like this, then you are underestimating me. Luo, having escaped the attack of the Batman, spoke to them. Scalpel. Advertisement. The next moment, Chuan's sword pointed at the bat and stabbed fiercely.
In an instant, the Batman's heart flew out together with the muscle tissue near the heart.
His heart looks like it's contained in a cube. At the same time, a diamond-shaped hole was opened in Batman's chest. Although, at this moment his heart was taken out, but he did not die. Seeing this scene happening, Batman didn't react for a while. Immediately, he felt weakness in his limbs, his wings could not move, his whole body collapsed, and he fell from the air. Why have I distanced myself from you? You can still take my heart. Batman, eyes full of confusion, he has listened to Kanjuro's instructions. He has always been flying high in the sky, keeping a certain distance from Luo. But he still couldn't figure out why. Love could still take away his heart. HMPH. Who told you to distance yourself from me, so I can't take your heart away? If you don't want to die, don't follow, otherwise, you will know the consequences yourself. Luo's guess was not wrong at all. The reason is that his whereabouts have been exposed all the time. This is indeed related to Batman, his hearing is really strong enough to recognize different people. The next moment, Luo didn't intend to waste any more time here, so he left here quickly. Now that Batman has been dealt with, his chances of escaping are as much as half as high. After seeing Batman, he guessed that Batman's hearing might be able to identify himself. The second more, he is very clear that the most important thing now is to escape from their surveillance range. While speaking, Luo threw the heart in his hand and said with a smile. P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all. When the words fell, Luo gently squeezed the heart in his hand. In an instant, Batman rolled all over the floor in pain. As long as you are within my ability, no matter how far you are from me, I can take anything from you. Therefore, Luo also guessed that Batman had played a vital role in tracking him. Batman begged for mercy immediately, he really couldn't bear this heart-wrenching pain. Don't, I will never follow you half a step. If you want to be safe and escape their sight, you must get rid of Batman. Ignorance is not terrible, the terrible thing is that you pretend to understand if you don't understand. Chapter 138. Is this a picture of the future? Advertisement? Chapter 138. At night, in a dense forest. In order to avoid the pursuit of Kurozumi Orochi and Beast's pirates, Luo finally chose to live here. Luo, lying down on top of a towering tree, looking up at the sky. At this moment, on the bronze monument, the picture turned. Voyage Gold List, ranking once again, with new changes. Swordsman ranking. Number 8. Noah Zoro, famous swordsmanship, 3 swords style 3000 worlds. The profound meaning of the 3-knife style, the 2 knives are rotated like a windmill, and a strong wind will be generated when rotating. Then he unleashes a slash that is almost impossible to see through. New world, unknown seas golden Mary, ha ha ha. Zoro, is finally your turn, this is so exciting. Luffy, Chopper and the others, even more so excited with their shoulders crossed and their faces crossed. Green Algae Head, you are only ranked 8th, it's really too bad. However, after seeing Zoro's ranking, Sanji still habitually taunted him. However, it can be seen from his expression that he is also very happy. Stinky Cook, what are you talking about? Believe it or not, I'll kill you right now. Hearing this, Zoro immediately showed an unhappy expression. Try if you have the ability, I will definitely kick your head off. Not to be outdone, Sanji also came forward, and the two of them could be said to be fighting each other. Seeing this scene, Nami shook his head helplessly, covering his forehead. Boom, boom, after 2 crisp muffled sounds. I saw that both Zoro and Sanji were holding 2 lines of hot tears on the top of their heads. Seeing this scene, Nico Robin covered his mouth and smiled. Advertisement. At this time, Usopp and Luffy came up and kept shouting, party, 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 party. Seeing the expectant eyes of Luffy and the others, Nami was a little dazed, but soon, her face was filled with a happy smile. Party. Let's go. As expected of the Straw Hat Pirates, whose team battle strength is only below the 4 emperors, they are really strong. Noah Zoro unexpectedly entered the top 10. However, I'm even more curious. Noah Zoro, such a person is not the captain.
He already has the strength of a captain. Seeing the picture reflected on the bronze monument, many swordsmen in the nautical world expressed their regret.
Well, it's kind of weird. At this time, a few sharp-eyed watermelon crowd also noticed that the target of Zoro's attack in the picture looked familiar. This person is a very fat man with a long nose and black hair tied in a bun. Wears a wool coat, a red and white striped scarf, and armor on his arms. His head is small and his body proportions are odd. Charlotte Snag. He is Charlotte Snag, the 25th son of Charlotte Linlin, one of the 4 emperors, known as Ant, and one of the top cadres of the Big Mom Pirates, one of the 4 desert generals, has a bounty of 600 million berry. What? How is this possible? The Straw Hat Pirates never went to the territory of Big Mom, and how did Noah Zoro fight Charlotte's log? Also, why did Noah Zoro attack members of the Big Mom Pirates? It's fake, it didn't happen at all. If something like this happens, it's big news. The forces on the team's combat power list collide directly, and the sailing world can't be so calm. Many people are also skeptical that the picture that appeared on the Voyage Gold List never happened at all. New World, an unknown sea, Red Force. As far as I know, Luffy and Charlotte Linlin have nothing to do with each other. There shouldn't have been a fight. The redhead was also a little confused watching Zoro's battle scene. Could it be that this is about to happen, or something in the future? The red-haired eyes were sharp, and an unrealistic guess arose in his heart.
If this is the case, then some of the pictures that appear on the Voyage Gold List are likely to be what happened in the future.
Luffy, Charlotte Linlin is not easy to mess with. Why do you have conflicts with them? There was a look of concern in redhead Shank's eyes.
Advertisement. However, compared to redhead Shank's concerns.
Asking for flowers. Everyone in the Straw Hat Pirates far away in New World was already dripping with cold sweat. Ha ha ha, Zoro, your move is really cool. However, that little head looks a bit strong, and he can withstand your blow. Luffy, laughing, didn't realize the seriousness behind this picture. Luffy, that person seems to be one of the 4 emperors, the top cadre of the Big Mom Pirates. Nami immediately found out the reward list about the Big Mom Pirates. Hearing this, Usobu and Chopper hugged each other, their bodies trembling unceasingly. Luffy, I'm so scared, go, let's get out of New World. Chopper, with snot and tears, said to Luffy. At this moment, not only people in the entire nautical industry are curious, but Zoro and Charlotte Frog are even more curious. In the picture, Zoro used his swordsmanship and passed Charlotte's log, but the final result was not announced. This made many people guess what the outcome of this battle would be. East Blue, Koshiro's gym, Brother Zoro, you are really amazing. As expected of our big brother, direct hard steel, 600 million bounty big pirate. Also, the Big Mom Pirates, one of the 4 emperors. Johnny and Joseph, seeing this scene, hugged each other and cheered happily. The other disciples in the gym were also booing immediately. In their view, Zoro walked out of this gym, and the stronger he becomes, the more face they have. After a while, the bronze monument played this scene. It suddenly turned into a ray of light and dissipated. The sky was clear again. Although the scene of Zoro fighting Charlotte's log is gone, its impact is far from over. Chapter 139 Big Mom, Conspiracy, Advertisement. However, at this time, the Straw Hats and their party are unaware that a huge crisis is quietly approaching them. Originally, Sanji, who was active, became depressed after seeing this scene. At this moment, the Straw Hat Pirates were all immersed in laughter, but they didn't notice Sanji's strangeness. New World, Toto Land Sea Area Cake Island. Mom, I didn't fight that what, Noah Zoro. Charlotte Slog knelt in front of Charlotte Linlin and said, Mama, Slog, the Straw Hat Pirates are in the limelight recently. Since there is such a picture reflected on the Navigation Gold List, then it's up to you to deal with it. 393, Charlotte Linlin would not pay attention to what was going on with this picture. As long as the Straw Hat Pirates are destroyed directly, then what is the importance of this kind of picture? Mama, how's the fellowship with the Vince Moquet family going? Aunt asked. Reporting to Mom, yesterday, the 3rd son of Vince Moquet's family met with Charlotte Pudding. Everything is going on in an orderly manner, the eldest son replied respectfully. Mama, Charlotte Pudding's wedding, let's have a tea party at the same time. Hearing the tea party mentioned by the aunt, everyone present was shocked. They knew very well what the purpose of Aunt's tea party was. However, they all know that it is impossible to deliver 10 tons of desserts on time. But they didn't dare to say that if the aunt knew that there were no desserts, she would definitely go crazy. Immediately, Charlotte Pay Rospe made up a lie that even he himself did not quite believe. Advertisement, Mama, that dessert was taken away by Mo Xiaobai. The reason why he pushed Mo Xiaobai out was because Mo Xiaobai was very mysterious, and secondly, he also thought that his aunt would worry about the power of the Divine Palace, so he didn't pursue this matter anymore. However, what Charlotte, Ross, and the others did not expect was that the aunt was furious when she heard that her dessert had been robbed. You bastards, let others steal it. My Big Mom Pirates lost all their face. The aunt was very displeased, and the next moment, as if a demon appeared in the world, a terrifying shadow appeared. Soul Mantra. Seeing Auntie's appearance, everyone present showed a look of panic. Big Mom's fruit ability can judge the life of the other party by interrogating human beings. Even if the other party feels a little fear, his soul will be taken away instantly. The soul will be arbitrarily deprived in units of life. Mums, don't, it's really not our problem, it's just that Mo Xiaobai is too strong, we are really no match for him. However, it is too late now, unfortunately, Charlotte Dafu, the 3rd son of the Charlotte family. In an instant, his soul was directly drawn out by Charlotte Linlin, which directly reduced his lifespan by 20 years. Mom, please don't get angry, we must find a way to get the dessert back. Charlotte Ross Perot, said hastily. If he keeps getting angry, the whole country may be destroyed by him. HMPH, I don't want you to think of a way, I must. After finishing speaking, Yinma accepted Devil Fruit's ability. Feeling that the aunt regained her composure, everyone in the Charlotte family took a deep breath, feeling relieved. Brother, what should we do? How could we produce such a large amount of desserts in such a short period of time? Charlotte Dafu, who had been taken out of 20 years of life, looked a little weak at the moment, and said with a slightly trembling voice. I can't help it, we must find a way for dessert. However, we must find a way to divert my sister's attention. Charlotte Perot, Ross Perot, as the eldest brother, also stood up at this critical moment. Spread out the news of the tea party, also, think of a way. The whole incident is directed at the Divine Palace.
Advertisement. The Divine Palace is ranked above our nations. My mother has always been very dissatisfied, and she just pushed this matter on them.
Charlotte Pei Rospero made a good plan. I want to use Mo Xiaobai to divert Ant's attention. However, he may not know that his actions have brought disasters that they cannot bear. Afternoon New World, Grand Line AC area, a sailboat pulled by two giant pythons moved forward slowly. Ah cut. Who was thinking about me again? Little did they know that their ship was heading in the direction of Wano-kuni. Wano-kuni is not a 2.5 country open to the outside world. Rayleigh, also a little confused, Mo Xiaobai can't poach the corner of Beast's pirates. Mo Xiaobai was lying on the deck, enjoying the afternoon. There's the most mysterious power, and one of the 4 Emperor's pirates, the Beast's pirates. The mighty 7 warlords of the sea made him disappear like this, so what can a member of Beast's pirates be? First update. Along the way, Mo Xiaobai's whim is not much.
Where can it be said that it is a restricted area for outsiders?
P.S. Please subscribe, favorite, flowers and comments, thank you all.
As if they were here for vacation, enjoying the afternoon sun leisurely.
Suddenly, I sneezed. Really? Mo Xiaobai rubbed his nose, looking lazy. However, there was no trace of tension on Mo Xiaobai's face. If it were someone else, he would not believe such a guess, but if it were Mo Xiaobai, he would not feel so strange. Brother Bai, I'm curious, you said you want to stand for your little brother, let's see why you came to Wano-kuni. Chapter 140 Vince Moke Family, Advertisement Vince Moke Family. A country that has no territory but can participate in World Summit. The most intimidating family in North Blue, even Marine and World Government are afraid of their 3 points. This is enough to show that the power of this family is so powerful that it is unimaginable. However, even such a family cannot escape the control of the 4 emperors secretly. The aunt of one of the 4 emperors, looking at the Vince Moke family, directly proposed the marriage between the Vince Moke family and the Big Mom Pirates. If this matter can lead to the Vince Moke family is equivalent to a subsidiary. It is also in line with the wishes of Vince Moke's family. It's just that Vince Moke's family wants to marry successfully, but Auntie wants to take the kingdom they built for her own use. Sanji, in order for our family to prosper, you must complete this marriage. Vince Moke Judge said to the man in front of him in an orderly tone. HMPH, family, am I still a member of this family? From childhood to adulthood, what have I gained from the 24 family? Your ugly face, or my miserable childhood. While talking, Sanji lit a cigarette and took a puff. HMPH, so what? Sacrificing one of you will bring our family the protection of the 4 Emperor's pirates. How could we lose money in such a deal? There is no need to mention this matter, otherwise I would not know about your so-called partners. Vince Moke Judge doesn't think so. In his eyes, Sanji's only role is like this. Old man, if you dare to touch them, I will make you regret it. Hearing that Vince Moke Judge threatened him with Luffy and the others, Sanji was suddenly a little annoyed. HMPH, Sanji, how much do you think your threat will do to me? Vince Moke Judge, don't take Sanji's threat into consideration at all. In his eyes, Sanji who has not been transformed is the weakest one in their family. At this moment, he is still Sanji as that weak little boy back then. Hey, Sanji. Pay attention to your words, anyone who dares to threaten our Vince Moke family will become nutrients in the sea. Although I can't kill you, I can still teach you a lesson. Just then, Vince Moke Yuji interjected, advertisement. When is it your turn to interrupt? Get out of here. Hearing this, Sanji frowned, and scolded very bluntly. Now he is so worried that he has no place to vent his anger. You wanna die? Vince Moke Yangzi is arrogant, impulsive and reckless. How could he allow it? Sanji scolded him so much. Winch thump. No wonder, even Sister Reiju commented on him as an unreasonable, downright bad B***********. Boom. Sanji sees a high kick, and Vince Moke Yuji. The heavy punches from the attack collided together. See, Sanji stands on one foot, as steady as Mount Tai. Carrying hard from the front, Vince Moke Yuji's heavy punch did not move his footsteps. The members of Vince Moke's family present couldn't help being surprised. They are well aware of the strength of Vince Moke Yuji. But the seemingly inconspicuous brothers they had always regarded as waste, blocked the blow so easily. HMPH. Damn it. Vince Moke Yangzi, seeing that his blow was blocked, his face darkened instantly. He also didn't expect that Sanji could block this blow. In an instant, he was a little annoyed and wanted to continue to attack. Enough. At this time, Vince Moke Judge's unquestionable voice came from beside them. Let's leave this matter like this. If you want something to happen to your little friends, just be honest with me. After the words fell, Vince Moke Judge turned around and left with the others. Seeing their leaving backs, Sanji clenched his fists. However, he had to compromise again, and he didn't want his partner to get into trouble. Boom. 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 At the same time, a dazzling light radiated from the bronze monument.
Advertisement. The Voyage Gold List continues to announce the list of those on the list.
Immediately afterwards, on the monument, the true colors of the listees were revealed.
Open black lens bracket sword heroes ranking 7th place. Rain, Shiryu close black lens bracket.
Famous swordsmanship. Flash cut draw a knife and perform a terrible blow, causing damage to enemies in the range. Sword hero ranking 6th place. Tengu, smiles. Famous swordsmanship. Gravity knife tiger accumulate the fruit ability on the knife, swing it out, and at the same time release a huge horizontal gravity to the trajectory of the knife. Smash and destroy everything in front of you. Even if the item is not destroyed, it will be blown away by the huge wind pressure generated by its gravity. Swordsman ranking. 5th place, Pluton, Rayleigh. Famous swordsmanship. Breaking through the sky and falling.
Brother Rayleigh, 917 is still alive. This ranking is actually above me.
As soon as the ranking came out, Fujitora said softly.
I can't tell that Fujitora cares about other lists, but unexpectedly, he is quite concerned about the swordsman list.
Haha, brother Fujitora, are you serious about the swordsman list? Hearing this, Rayleigh also said with a smile. Although, these are false names, but who cannot peep at the list rewards. At this moment, Mo Xiaobai also walked towards them slowly. Master. Master. Seeing Mo Xiaobai, they all stood up and saluted him. It's okay, there are no outsiders here, so you don't need to be so restrained. Mo Xiaobai also smiled slightly, signaling Rayleigh and the others not to be too restrained. Uncle Rayleigh, Fujitora, congratulations. The ranking on this sailing gold list is quite good. Immediately afterwards, Mo Xiaobai also said to them with a smile. Chapter 141 The End of the Crossbow Advertisement. It's all thanks to Brother Bai, otherwise my old bone wouldn't have such a day. Rayleigh, very humble, also he knows how to be grateful. For more than 10 years, he has followed Mo Xiaobai's side, worked hard and never complained.
Of course, Mo Xiaobai is very aware of this, so he already regards Rayleigh as a family member, not a servant of common.
Uncle Rayleigh, what are you talking about? Just some cheap medicines. Mo Xiaobai raised his hand and interrupted his words. I was able to accept my younger brother who was not up to date before. Now he is probably in a bit of trouble. If you are interested, go and give him a platform.
Mo Xiaobai said to them with a smile. He intentionally bought it off and didn't tell them what the name of the little brother he was talking about was.
However, seeing that Mo Xiaobai didn't say anything clearly, they all looked at each other and didn't dare to ask more questions. You don't intend to guess, it's boring. I'm thinking a little bit now, Carlo Querdle. Hey, she's very curious, and she's not as restrained as you.
Mo Xiaobai is also helpless, except for Rayleigh, the others have a kind of awe for themselves.
This creates an invisible sense of distance between myself and them. Wano-kuni, Northern Cemetery, damn it, these guys are chasing after me. At this time, I saw a man wearing casual long-sleeve clothes with a hood, and a furry winter fur hat with leopard Madara points on his head. The figure sat on the side, and the whole person looked a little tired. This person is really Trafalgar Law who has been evading the pursuit of the Wano-kuni warriors. Facing the pursuit of Kurozumi Orochi and the Beast's pirates, he is alone and helpless now, and can only choose to retreat all the time. Whoosh! 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 Just then, there was a commotion outside the house where Trafalgar Law was hiding. This is too fast. The Batman has been resolved. Who on earth can find my location? Immediately, Trafalgar Law frowned, cursing inwardly. You guys, go over there. Advertisement at this time, a familiar voice came into his ears. I saw a man with flowing blonde hair, a slender figure, with armor on his left arm. The man in black's trousers paired with an open ruffled white top caught his eyes. The magician, Buggy Hawkins. At this moment, Trafalgar Law also saw clearly who it was along the way, and kept biting him. Room. Heard. The voice of Trafalgar Law sounded not far away. Buggy Hawkins' face was still as calm as water. Slaughterhouse. Trafalgar Law used the gravel under Buggy Hawkins' feet to teleport to him. I saw him, stretching out the thumbs of both hands to the side, retracting the rest of the fingers, and after making an action similar to, like, aimed at Buggy Hawkins' chest. Immediately afterwards, Trafalgar Law let out a low drink, counter shock. However, Buggy Hawkins' expression remained calm, showing no trace of pain. However, there was a scream not far from the two of them. This is Buggy Hawkins, the special skill of the straw fruit, the scarecrow. He can use the scarecrow to transfer the damage he suffers to others. Straw knife. Buggy Hawkins looked indifferent and gave a low drink. The long sword in his hand stabbed towards the Trafalgar Law in front as if it was giving birth to life. Seeing this, Trafalgar Law slammed his feet hard, and his body quickly retreated. Put distance between you and Buggy Hawkins. A scarecrow stand in? Seeing the people behind Buggy Hawkins fall down, Trafalgar Law also guessed some of his skills. Trafalgar Law. You should surrender obediently. None of the people Kaido wants can escape safely. Buggy Hawkins, drawing a tarot card, began to read the odds of Trafalgar Law leaving Wano-kuni. However, the result of the divination in the next second also surprised him. The success rate is only 0%. It is clear, Trafalgar Law, that there is no way to leave Wano-kuni. Trafalgar Law, the result is clear, and there is no escape for you. Buggy Hawkins, although he is a little confused about this probability, he is very confident in his divination. He believes that it is impossible for him to go wrong. Buggy Hawkins. Why are you willing to become Kaido's lackey?
Advertisement. Trafalgar Law is also a little regretful. As a supernova, Buggy Hawkins has also become a lackey of the Beast's pirates.
Trafalgar Law, those who know the current affairs are the best. Since you can't win, then choose to join. You have no chance. Trafalgar Law, I advise you to surrender as soon as possible. If Kaido came here in person, I think this matter would not be so simple.
Buggy Hawkins still wants to bewitch Trafalgar Law.
He is well aware of the strength of Trafalgar Law. He does not want to fight Trafalgar Law to the death. After all, he was just doing things for others. Buggy Hawkins, this is not your style. Why are you old acquaintances with Trafalgar Law? At this moment, a harsh-sounding voice came from not far away. I saw the head of the Beast's pirates, the leader of the Three Great Disasters, wearing black clothes, burning the flame above his head. Fire disaster. Jin appeared in their field of vision. Jin. I'm not. Facing Jin, Buggy Hawkins' aura instantly withered. Left shoulder, right arm, however, no need to say that his offensive is very fierce. However, now is not the time for him to think. Jin does not intend to give him, Nanuo Zhao, any chance to breathe at all. Looking at the situation, Trafalgar Law at this time is already at the end of its strength. When, he raised his hand and slashed at him with a knife. Puff. There was another bloody flower flying. Jin, with a cold snort, rushed towards Trafalgar Law. Puff. Fifth change. In the next moment, it will be defeated immediately. Bursts of blood spattered out. Jin, without the slightest hesitation, moved towards Trafalgar Law non-stop waving the katana in his hand. A blood mist splashed. Trafalgar Law frowned. He knew very well that he was injured. Jin's swordsmanship looks very clumsy. There are almost no moves to speak of. Just using his excellent haki to slash the weapon in his hand blindly, and Trafalgar Law seems to have exhausted too much physical strength. Facing Jin's offensive, he really has nothing to do now.